Okay, so
I want you and that young man to tie that knot. I'm gonna pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho.
It's
Yes.
the old
He
dot,
helped
end
Daniel
dot,
get out
e
the
dot,
lion's
period.
den. He helped Gilligan get off the island.
Let me get straight to the business. Yeah. Got them lions in the building. Yeah. Why you lying to the children? Yeah. Why you lying to the children? Yeah. RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I've been the best. Man, they know they no contest. Yahuwah, he do the best. We will not see you tomorrow. Cause you cannot go to thought. All the sons and all the daughters. Standing hard with big manodas. But my son, he made me Taurus. On that line, I'm still a Taurus. Karate kicking Chuck Norris, 4-5 on my waist. If he started, will not hesitate to get retarded. Oh lordy, he ain't got a PowerPoint, he forest. He's running to the hills like a Philistine. G-Hawk hitting Hamites with the guillotine. Situation turned up with the Ratchet team. JJ 7000 to the bait lead. Yeah, I know them haters gon' hate me, but he won't debate me. Pistol off safety. He respond, come wake me. If I don't get up, nigga shake me. If he don't show up, then he fake G. I touch down and make these nigga nuts hate me. Dear brother. Ballin' and crawling all the way from H-Time. Let me get straight to the business. Man, them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Why you lying to them children? You gon' cry, you gon' get it. Me, I'm like a frog, nigga, ribbit. Of course, it's in the spirit. I just got the Porsche, she can steer it. Mito got the raw, Shaq and Willie. Lamborghini doors, you better not spill it. Mama's high, say I'm more than just a villain. Mama's cry, armed open wide for her children. Suicide, immortalized as the realest, yeah. Death by cop, black suicide. Let me get straight to the business. Got them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Yeah. Why you lying to them children? Yeah. RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I be the best. Yeah. Man, they know they no contest. Yeah. Yahuwah, he do the best. Wow, what's that? Why didn't take it over? Number one debate league, you heard me? When it's up, it's stuck. You stepping on everything, nigga. Metaphorically, of course.
and oh yeah, one more time, putting it down for you and yours. This is another episode of the Lion's Den. The conversation continues, talking about what's on your mind. And we're your host. I am Brother Mala Akaya, along with the seventh answer, Lady Karima, and of course the captain of this ship, or this plane as we say, the one and only JT Raw, just talking raw, Yeshaya Dar. And we give honor to the Lord in Christ from whom all positive thoughts flow. And you're at home again with the Lion's Den, the grand ultimate truth reality social media platform, bar none. And now you know when you roll with the Lion's Den, you're rolling with the seven eyes because we bring intelligence, integrity, inspiration, influence, independence, insight, and stone cold information. And also, when you roll here with the conversation continues, talking about what's on your mind, and you roll with myself, the seventh answer, and JT Raw, we're bringing you what? The facts. That's FACTS. That's frequently accurate, correct truths. And of course, when you roll with the lions, you're rolling with the pride. Because we're always permanently ready in destroying evil. And you know that we're one of many factions of the anti-coon movement. And what's a coon? But a complete, obvious, obedient, yes, a boss, nigger. We don't do that here. Also, what makes the Lions Den unique is that sometimes we may not see eye to eye. So you also deal with the point and counterpoint spectrum, which is also known as a way of debating. Okay? This is what also makes the Lions Den so unique, in that you get a vast array and variety of different perspectives, outlooks, and opinions. And of course, we come in the spirit of Isaiah 41:21 through 24 because we always are ready to produce our cause. And 1 Thessalonians 5:21, which tells us what? To be ready, willing, and able at all times to prove all things. And so, you're also being hit with Virgo energy. Because, see, we're analytical, political, critical, but we strive never to be hypocritical. And last but not least, when you come into the Lion's Den, you will follow the house rules set forth by one of our other lionesses, I Am Manna. And that is, you will wipe your feet, you will mind your manners, conduct yourself in an orderly manner, and enjoy yourself. Because if you get out of line, out of pocket, the seventh answer, Lady Karima, she will throw you up out of here. And also, oh yes, that's right, JT Raw, the seventh answer, and myself. If you are someone who's severely allergic to hearing the truth, we will give you our deepest sympathies, because we ain't gonna compromise it for nobody. So with all the formalities now out the way, Captain Yeshai Dar, the seventh answer, has given us a clear runway for takeoff. So with all that being said, take off, my brother, and fly as the conversation continues. Captain Yeshai Dar, what is on your mind?
Who heard breaking news today that a racist ass white man who always selling smoke to black people got shot and put to sleep just a couple of hours ago in Utah at a gun seminary, speaking on gun violence and gun rifles and everything. And he gets shot at this rally. And from what I heard of the story, he's gone. Gone like a good piece of candy. See, this is what people like him get, because they always try to put a label on people look like us or even others, Latinos and blacks. We doing all the crime and we doing all this and we doing all that. But it was one of your own that put a bullet in your neck. How about that? What y'all got to say now? I mean, really, what do y'all have to say now? The big mouth, racist mouth has been silenced. He didn't make 40 years old. He didn't even make 32 years old. He's gone. See, I've been saying that a lot of people in this country, who a lot of you so-called Caucasians uphold because you want to push forth your racist agenda, a lot of y'all need to be checking out of here. And this is one of many that's about to lead this planet too. Because, see, you cannot do all these evil things that you've done since you've been here on the shores of this land called America and think that you're going to get away with it. Nah. See, there's an appointed time for everything. As the Bible says, there's appointed time. Maybe the Most High had on his calendar that this was the day this man was going to check out, leave this planet. All he doing is stirring up other racist white men in this country. Talk about how black people are the problem, Latinos are the problem. No, the white man, you the problem of the world. How about that? You always been the problem of the world. No other nation on earth went through so many different lands, colonized other nations, stole other nations' resources, and enslaved more people, rape more people, murder more people, kill, sorry about those words, unalive people. What other race has done that? You always want to paint a picture like you are so holy and righteous. Now, if you was holy and righteous, you would have been gave us our reparations for what we have done and contribute to this land. But you ain't done that, and you never will. So get ready for judgment, because judgment is coming, and ain't nothing you can do to stop it. So this is going to be more of racist crackers like this chump that just checked out of here. More of them going to lose their life. You think you're going to push forth your racist policies? You think we're going to go backwards? You think America going backwards? You think America going to go back to the glory days? America ain't going back to no days. America's days are short. Just like all empires on earth, all ruling parties on earth, your time is short. So go ahead, man. I'll come back in.
All right, sir. Now, if you're just tuning in, what we're talking about is the evolution of mind control, a very high-powered title given to the seventh Dance Lady Karima by way of the Most High. Now, if you don't know who Brother Yeshua was talking about, he was talking about the one and only MAGA advocate, Charlie Kirk. Okay? Mr. Charlie Kirk, who was brutally gunned down today at a rally and debate seminar out in Utah, discussing gun violence, as Brother Yeshua just laid out, along with the entire trans issues as well. And Charlie Kirk was gunned down today at the age of 31 years of age. And what we're going to say here is this. What I'm going to say is this here. To paraphrase the one and only Malcolm X. America has, for a long time, been going throughout the world, wreaking havoc, uprooting other people's nations and countries. America here, why here in America, you've had this particular system, whether it be Republican or Democrat, whether it be liberal or what have you, wreaking havoc among black people, particularly, and other nations and other people that are in this country. But today, as we see, the vultures, the chickens, and any other bird you want to think of, eagle or what have you, have come home to roost and taken one of its own. Now see, what I'm going to say is this here. We will not sit up here and talk about we're happy to see Charlie Kirk get gunned down. We won't do that here. That's not what we're going to do. But what we will not pretend, what I won't do, what we won't, any of us won't do, is say we didn't see it coming. See, here it is, right? All this time, Charlie Kirk, right along with this, what's the other dude, the little Ben Shapiro, and you know all the other culprits, talking about, oh, well, black people have been the preponderance of the crime committers in America. Well, independent sources have shown that black people, when it comes to gun violence, they're out of control. Chicago and Chicago again. That's their go-to point. All right. Now here it is. All these number of years, he's been an advocate against reparations and so many other things that could benefit black people. This is what Charlie Kirk, along with all his other MAGA buddies,
I'm gonna step in until he come back. Well, like I said here, he been an advocate for white supremacist thoughts in this country. Now, who listening to him now? What does he got to say? He ain't got nothing to say no more because he ain't here no more. See, this is what pisses me off with this country here, is that these so-called white people or Europeans who have committed more crime on the planet. Let's deal with the planet, not just America, the planet. They always want to make us the poster girl and poster boy of crime in America. When you look up the statistics of crime in this country, they number one in everything. Rape, unaliving, school shootings, domestic violence, racial attacks, pedophiles. See, they always want to cover up their dirt. But the Most High has opened up the door and let it all come out now. Ain't nothing they could do or say. See, they thought that this kingdom would continue to go on and on and on and on to the break of dawn. Nah. Everything got a time limit on it. Well, hold on, let me finish up.
I'm back, bro. You know, hold up. Before we go any further, listen. I know you out there, you're listening, you're mad. Don't kick me out the shit. Don't do that. Hold up. We up here now having a discussion. Don't interfere because you don't like what you're hearing. That was intentional. I get it. Let's move on. But like I was saying, now the chickens have come home to roost. Now let's see if Donald Trump is going to put all these troops and all these National Guard in Utah and all the other white enclaves, huh? Now that one of their boys have been knocked out the box. No, we won't sit up here and say that we're happy to see Charlie Kirk get assassinated. We would never do that. But what we are not going to pretend and say is that his dangerous racist rhetoric, along with Ben Shapiro and others, has not been a thorn in the side of Black Americans and anybody else in between. And now here it is. I want to see if Donald Trump and company are going to go now putting the National Guard and clamoring for gun control with all this white-on-white violence that's going on. And yeah, I'm saying it mockingly because I can't help but mock. Not with all the crap. As a matter of fact, before he was shot, he was already talking about Chicago and talking about all the, as usual, Black people being the problem of being a pariah. And then he gets cut down. Talking about Charlie Kirk.
And now, quick?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go.
I want to know who shot him. That's what I want to say. All of these crackers talking so much talk about how violent we are. Who shot this cat? It wasn't none of us. We ain't put no bullet in him. One of his own put a bullet in him, in his neck. A old white man too. A professor at the university shot him. Put a bullet right in him. See, this is the goddamn place we got to live in where these people, all they going to do is lie, 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 but never tell what they done. They always quick to talk about what you do, but what they do, they want to sweep it under the rug. They want to take all the history books out of the schools about all the violence that they committed on the planet. Want to make you the poster boy of violence. How you think they got this land? Peace treaties? Coming over here with wine? A handshake? They shedded mad blood to get this land. I ain't making no excuse for none of them. And the whole world need to wake up. What you dealing with? You dealing with a monster, a beast, a people that got no morals, a people that don't got no spirit of humanity in them. This is why they commit the acts that they do. And this man here talking about we this, we that, we that. Well, talk to the God that you serve now. Tell him that. And you know who it is.
But brother, Yeshaya, we want to be very careful that we observe the rules of the Federal Communications Commission, and we want to not make sure we don't use too many epithets as far as crackers and all that other stuff. We don't want to give them any ammunition to take us off.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say that when I was just talking.
When you say crackers, we got to be careful when we say even when we say that. I know what you mean.
Europeans.
No, when you had said crackers.
That was earlier. I said that. I didn't say it now. They so damn sensitive. Oh, they he's calling. You heard of a rich cracker? Have you heard of a rich cracker?
But we have to
get offended. I know. We know. We hold on. Can I say it quick? We know we talking to the crybaby race, so we'll be nice for you.
Yeah, that's all. I'm just saying that we have to make sure we observe the Federal Communications Commission's rules and regulations. We don't want to give them any ammunition to yank the show at any time. Okay, so now bottom line, getting back to what I was saying. For all y'all who tuning in, coming into this powerful episode, what just last week, the seventh answer, Yeshaya and myself, right? We just did a show titled "Who's Causing All the Problems in the Earth?" And in that episode, myself and Yeshaya, we both said that in the coming weeks, you're going to start seeing things that are going to start showing you just who indeed is the problem in the earth. Just last week, we were just saying that with all these troops and everybody else, every kind of troop you can think of, National Guard wise, that Donald Trump and company been dropping off in black neighborhoods in the name of fighting crime. Let's see, as things continue to erupt in white neighborhoods, let's see if they're going to have that same reaction. Let's see if they're going to have that same zeal and vigor. Because he just now, the president, your president, Donald J. Trump, just dropped off troops in Chicago. And you had a couple of supposed gang members or supposed gang members warning the National Guard that if you come down there in Chicago and you come pressing on us, we ain't having it. There's some saying, oh, how could they make a statement like that? You got the National Guard, they're well-trained, and so on and so forth. Listen, that's the worst thing you can do, is underestimate anybody. We're in a very critical time, as Yeshaya just said. We're in a very critical time in biblical prophecy. Whether you believe the Bible or not, we don't care. We're not here to force it on no one, But biblical prophecy is happening day in and day out, nonstop. The Lord said he was going to put a spirit. He will put a spirit on his people. He will put a spirit on we, the children of Israel. And that's who we are. A mighty spirit. It's been slow coming, but now we see it. It's escalating more and more. Because, see, this is also what we're going to say before we go any further. In the name of the one true God, Yahweh, and his mighty son, Yahushua, JT Raw Yeshua, Lady Karima the seventh dance, and I Malakaya, we're letting all governments know who have we, the children of Israel, in captivity at this moment. At this time, the God of Israel is now commanding and demanding, you let us go. Let my people go, that we may serve our God. And if you harden your hearts and don't want to let us go, he's going to wage every kind of spiritual warfare now, upgraded. And today, Charlie Kirk, how ironic, getting shot in the neck, shot in the throat, his voice shut down, and he killed over. White on white violence, y'all. In your face. Now we're seeing that every trap, everything you put into effect against us, white America and anybody else who's on board with this whole MAGA, or let's just get right down to it. On board with the great dragon wanting to wage war with the children of the Most High. Now the Most High is showing you outright he ain't with you and you're not going to succeed. And now it's only a matter of time before he gives Christ and the mighty angels the green light to come here and directly handle business. Right now you're getting us. We warning you. All we can do is talk about the issues. But war is now being waged on a high level, a spiritual level. And this is where we're at right now. On the eve of September 11th. Here on September 10th. The number 10, numerically, meaning perfection. Charlie Kirk was the perfect sacrifice by the very MAGA government he pushed. See, we want you to understand the concept of the show, the evolution of mind control, the Manchurian Candidate, and all these other movies that you've heard, or the reality of the Luciferian doctrine, where they'll use their own and cut down one of their own to push an agenda. And so what we're seeing now, today, the Most High is shutting down all the voices of evil. Okay? Charlie Kirk has been saying some mean, evil, hateful things.
Yo,
yeah, under the entire preamble of freedom of speech, where the Lord shut down that whole freedom of speech today. And see, for all y'all out there, all you hate mongers, all of you that want to come for us and wage war on we, the children of Israel, the Most High is now letting your ass know. I'm gonna be raw about this one for a moment. I'm not here to be politically correct. I'm here to be spiritually direct. He letting your ass know, all of you. It's on and popping now. You're gonna reap what you sow, and it's gonna be quick now. And for all you out there that want to be bleeding hearts, and you want to save Esau, and you want to save Mighty Whitey, you want to join hands, and you got to teach your hate. Man, look, check this out. For all you silly Negroes out here, for all you silly Israelites that don't want to get with the program, brace yourself too, because the Lord gonna pay you a visit. He tired of all of you too. All you traitors, all you kooks wearing Israelite clothing, church clothing, Masonic clothing, whatever clothes you wearing, now he gonna strip you down too. You don't like what we saying, so what? I don't care no more. I don't care who don't like what we're saying. You don't like my tone? I don't care if you don't like our tone. This is the Most High's tone, and not his anger. Even if I have to die myself, his anger is now being expressed. And it's only gonna escalate because you demons walking with earthly feet, you're not gonna stop. You're not gonna stop. And so since you're not gonna stop, he ain't gonna stop. Go, Yeshaya.
And Ben Shapiro, it ain't looking good for you. You've been another big mouth among these. And I'm gonna say this too. And he's a so-called jiggy jig, one of them. He been talking smack. Another one. You know what I mean? Listen, y'all all part of the same cloth, man. Whether you claiming to be the jiggy religion, you all part of that. You all part of the same crew. See, America's on a time clock, man. The time of America is finished. The time of white America is finished. The time of white people on earth as a power, a rulership, an authority is over. Whether you see it or not. This is just one of many that's going to leave this planet. Because the Most High tired of y'all. I'm going to keep it real. He tired of you. All you do is lie on everything. Y'all damn well know who the real children of this book is. And all you done since they've been here is mistreat them, destroy them, destroy the children, destroy the women, destroy the men, send drugs up in the community, send abortion clinics up in the community. You've done everything in your power to destroy us, but we still here. Explain to me, why are we still here? Because you ain't got the power to take us out. Maybe a few, but not us all. And I'm going to say this too. Anybody on this earth among these nations and our people, when the Most High come through here, you better get the hell out of his way. Because his main target is these people here, whether people don't believe it or not. You know why? Because ain't no other nation on earth put up no false image of the Messiah but them. Because they want to feel supreme. That's why their image is up all over the world. And I'm going to say this too. And I'm saying this to the nations. Name any time that you've been alive that they sold you white Jesus, aka Caesar Borgias. Name any time in your life they went in the scriptures and shown you that description. I'll wait. But everybody believes it. These people got a spell on you, man. They got a great spell on you to believe that these people, somebody that look like that, can come back and change the world. I say to my people here, that image brought you here to the shores of America, which was called Turtle Island in the beginning, before it was called America. It didn't become America until 1776. And they got their independence from the British. All right? But I'm going to say this too. That image destroyed us as a people, what we call white people. Now I'm saying the black people, so-called black people in this country. How the hell you think there's something that looked like that done destroyed you on every level that you can think, gonna come from the heavens and save you from the very image that destroyed you? That image of that man looked like any white man in America or in Europe. You understand? I don't see nothing righteous about these people. If they were righteous, when we were free According to them in 1865, they would have never did all them other things like lynchings, created segregation and desegregation and all this other stuff. We had black townships in America that they destroyed, and they told us we were free. Well, if we free, leave us the hell alone. Let us build our community. Let us generate wealth, generational wealth, so we can help our people. Nah, y'all didn't do that. Y'all got jealous of our success, and you came in there, destroyed it, flooded it out, or burnt it out. And now you think at the end of your rope, you think the Almighty gonna have mercy? Are you crazy? Y'all done reaped, y'all done sown too much violence and evil on the planet. Too much blood been shed on this earth. Too much enslavement on this earth that you people have played that role and part. You think you getting away? Nah. And if you believe this fool up in the White House gonna bring y'all back to your glory days, I don't know what you're smoking, because you must be smoking some powerful stuff. But that man life ain't guaranteed, just like this kingdom that we in ain't guaranteed. Do y'all hear me? This could be my last day on the planet. That go for anybody. That's why any white man in America or anybody that put their faith in this man here, your ass might not be here tomorrow, and he might not be here tomorrow. This kingdom ain't gonna make it. They empire ain't gonna make it, no matter where they at. America, Europe, or wherever. The 13 families that rule the world, your ass is finished. You're done. Do what you got to do, because your kingdom, your empire is finished. Ain't nothing you can do. So y'all want to keep praising your God, Lucifer, the devil, whatever his damn name is. Hela, whatever. Bela, Baal, whatever his name is. He ain't going to save you, because he can't save himself. He know the deal. He know his ass is done. And he know this kingdom that he allow you to rule, you done. See, I'm going to say one more and I'm going to let him get the floor back. See, the white supremacist mind, you know that that's a trick? That the God of this world is making you believe you supreme. He's tricking you. You getting played, because he know you ain't superior. He knows you ain't superior. See? That's why they call him the devil. That's why we say the devil. He's a deceiver, whatever his true name is. That's why he deceiveth the whole world. You understand? And that's why you so-called Europeans, you've been deceived. Just like everybody on the planet has. And the reason that you've been deceived is, in my book, is he knows that your time is up. He knows his time is up. His time up means your time is up. There ain't nothing you could do to save this empire. And the man that's in this White House, he ain't saving this country. You understand? The man that ruling in Europe, who used to be called Prince Charles, he ain't saving England. None of these empires that's on the earth gonna be saved. They all gonna be destroyed in one day and 1 hour, 60 minutes. Y'all will be no more. See, this is a good day. This ain't a sad day. Not for me. I ain't crying for him. For what? I'm gonna cry for somebody that hate me. I'm gonna cry for somebody that hate my people. When I look at them, being honest here, they ain't got no reason to hate nobody on this earth. Whether you look like me, or whether you Latino, or Chinese, Japanese, East Indian, Arab, or whatever. They got the most bloodiest, violentest nature and history of everybody that ever lived on this earth. Do y'all understand? And they got the nerve to hate somebody? Well, I'm gonna say this: when white Jesus don't appear, right? Because a lot of you so-called Europeans in America and Europe, y'all believe in that image. When he don't show his face, you know y'all gonna be scared out of your wits, right? Just like everybody else. Hell, people that look like us gonna be scared. Now, why are we gonna be scared? Because we know he ain't coming back for the rapture. The scriptures tell you in the book of Revelation that he's coming for war. War is raw backwards. Do y'all understand? That's what he coming with, that raw war to slay the evil, the wicked on the planet. So y'all better get ready for that. This is just one of many of them going to check out. Ben Shapiro is another. And all you other races, white men in America, get ready. Because there's a sword waiting for you. And the sword is coming from the Father.
Yeah. Now, before I go any further, Jay Snake the Great, you cold. You know that, man? Okay. I do not, I must abstain from being a PIMP, brother. I do not do the professional international manipulation practitioning. No pimping over here. You funny though. Okay, let me contain myself because that was funny. Jay Snake, you funny. Now, get back on board though. Yeah, I'm with you, Yashada. I'm scared. I'm not gonna sit up here as Mr. Holy and Thou. I'm scared because see, I'm not exactly Mr. Holy, Righteous, Evil. I strive to be a moral man. But I see the handwriting on the wall now. See, it's one thing to read the Bible, it's one thing to talk about it, but now when it's being played right in your face, okay, it's a whole other ball of wax. And when you're given the vision, the insight, hindsight, foresight, and every other sight you can be given to see, you better consider how blessed you are to see this thing. See, look, in my day-to-day, my frustrations have been mounting about all this talking, when is action gonna go into play? But now I peep that I and other voices out here in this wilderness, and we're clamoring and begging the Lord to step it up and make it happen. He's listening. He's listening. And we're not gonna pretend it's not him doing it. It's him doing it. Okay? And the bottom line is, now our salvation truly is nearer than we care to believe. All right? And for, again, like I said early on, and to all the traitors of our people as well, all you Officer Tatums, Candace Owens, Larry Elder, you know who you are, Jesse Lee Peterson, you better take note. And all the rest of you out there, the Hodge twins, I'm name calling. Anton Daniel, I'm name calling. I'm talking to you. I know you're listening to this broadcast. We know you listen to the Lions Den, because sometimes I listen to some of your shows. I hear some of our talking points you're using. That's a good, but you know what though? We're talking to all y'all now. Some of you wicked Israelites out there, the IUIC, Israelite United in Cain, we're talking to your ass too. GOCC, Gather the Cain's Children, all y'all. You don't like what we say, so what? Our God is tired of some of you wicked Israelites too. Because you under mind control too. Some of y'all done took the bag and you went up here and made deals with the Illuminati, and you done made deals with the Rosicrucians. He coming for some of y'all too. Some of y'all been running for a long time and he ain't got to you just yet. This thing with Charlie Kirk is showing he coming for some of y'all too. He said that judgment gonna begin at his own house. So now we're seeing it. And what we're going to do from here on out on this broadcast and any other broadcasts that we're featured here in the Lions Den, we just going to let it all hang out. Because we don't want nobody blood on our hands. Okay? So bottom line, the evolution of mind control. Now you're seeing the Most High revealing all things. And now all your MK Ultra, all your mind, all of it is over with now. Okay? And for our white listeners who are listening on this, you're tuning in too, because you know why? You know Here, we're going to give it to you straight with no chaser. Your forefathers yesterday and those who are in charge today, they're dooming you. They've doomed you to a living hell that is coming. Make no mistake about it. See, a lot of y'all out there, right? Y'all, some of y'all still hemmed up and caught up on this fictitious God who loved everybody. See, we kill that noise because see, nowhere in the Bible do you find where it says that God loved everybody. You don't find that in the scriptures. You can't find that one verse. And oh yeah, I know what you're gonna do. You go to John 3:16, the most misconstrued verse in the universe, man. But see, you can't. You know how I can prove that God don't love everybody. That whole notion is ridiculous. When you go to, all you gotta do is go to the Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, and he breaks down his emotional state when he tells you it's a time for all things, a time to love, a time to hate, a time to kill, a time to live, a time to love and a time to hate. Yeah, that's right. A time to be angry and a time to be cool, calm, and collected. And also, I gotta say this here. Let's set aside how we teach the Bible. The Lord is a God of all emotions, that he blesses and he curses and all that. Let's set it to the side. If God loved everybody, this God that loved everybody, I'm going to say that here's the number one question I ask anybody who still believes that. Where was this God who loved everybody when we were being enslaved? When black folk were being raped, robbed, brutalized, whipped, and chained? And I'm gonna be presumptuous and say it like this here. What, the nigga was on coffee break or something? Not that I'm calling the one true God that, but this God who loves everybody. Because some of y'all still caught up in that foolishness. This God, where was he at when we were going through all what we went through here? If we weren't cursed according to the Lord, the God of Israel, for our sins and evils. And all y'all who still push this God who loved everybody. Where was he at? See, that's why we come here now, to dispel all these lies. God don't love no rapists. He doesn't love rapists. He doesn't love liars. He doesn't love people who shed innocent blood and all that. When you go into the book of the Proverbs 9, Proverbs I just got a brain, it'll come to me, but there's 16 the Lord hates, and 7 is an abomination to him. Lying tongues, hair that shed innocent blood, murderers, rapists, robbers, killers. He let you know that from the door. So all this ridiculous notion about God love everybody, that's a lie. And finally, we're seeing the truth about that being shut down. This is why we come in here hardcore from the door, and we're not sparing them when someone mute their mic. But the thing is, what we're about now is just ironing out all things for everybody to understand who is doing this. Okay? Now, Donald Trump, all of y'all out there listening to this broadcast right now, your COINTELPRO, your counterintelligence program, all that's gone. All that's going to be shut down. No more trickery, no more schemes, scam, cons, and hustles. All your crap that he allowed to prosper for all these centuries, shut down. It's over with. Why? Because our captivity in this God-forsaken land, our captivity, we the children of Israel, our captivity is now over. We're not going back to your cotton field, your cornfields. We're not going back to the days of when you could kick in our door and rape our wife in front. No, all that is done. No more days like that. And like those 2 brothers out there in Chicago who say, yo, you come with the ruckus, you're going to be met with it. Oh, yeah, you can say, oh, we're more technically advanced and we are more trained. Look, David, if you believe the account of David and Goliath, as advanced as the Philistine army was over Israel, as strong and as powerful as Goliath was, when the Spirit of the Lord is upon a man or woman, and what's the Spirit of the Lord? The truth, determination, focus, and iron will. Once that's on a man by way of the Lord, nothing on this earth, no weapon of any kind can stop that man or woman. See, we come here with this powerful format, this powerful truth dialogue format, and no weapon, nothing. No matter how much you try to censor us, kick us out, we coming back. We're not going to stop, because the airwaves and everything belong to the Lord. And now he's restoring it back to the rightful owners. See, when we talk about we're the Most High's chosen, let's clarify what we were chosen to do. We the children of Israel, we were chosen. The true Jews, we were chosen to rule, regulate, and control this known universe and possibly unknown universes and areas of the Lord's creation under the laws and the commandments of the Bible. That is what our purpose has always been. But unfortunately, among us have been a lot of evil men and women, as it is this day. But the time has come where the Most High is now putting the Spirit on those of us who sigh and cry and are tired. And though we not rosy picture perfect ourselves, and we strive morally to stay on point, then we're going to still use our voices while we can to come here and let all y'all who are listening know what's happening and why it's happening and what you must do as a practicing Israelite in whatever sphere you believe in to get yourself right. Okay, that's what we're supposed to do. And we're going to keep on doing it. And we're not going to make it pretty for anybody. And for all y'all out there, for some of you Israelites that want to believe that all the nations can be saved, let me just say this to you. You need to get your head up out your behind, because you're out of your mind if you think all nations can be saved. Here it was. We got roasted and toasted in this sphere, and not a nation on the planet, not one, came to our rescue and tried to deliver us and make it right. Even right now, they are speaking against us and planning against us. And you think that when the kingdom of heaven is reestablished and we're put in the helm, that all these other nations are just going to waltz in and not have to pay for the evil they've done on this side to us? See, you're not living in reality. Okay? The God of Israel, his name, he's fair. He's just. And see, a lot of y'all out there, you don't read the stipulations laid out in Romans the 11th chapter when he told these other nations, you only got one shot at this. And you better take under careful consideration that if I broke the natural branches, my chosen, what you think I'm going to do to you? What you think I'm going to do to you? See, a lot of y'all out there among the white nation, Esau, that's who you are. I mean, some of you got your buffer Negroes that want to tell you that you're not Esau or that you Jeff. No, nigga, you Esau. I'm going to just be raw with it. I'm going to go raw today. You Esau. You're doing everything that Esau, the Bible said Esau would do. You're doing everything right on schedule. The book of Obadiah said your behinds would do. And we not, and see, look, We not interested in trying to save you. Even some of you so-called good. You're not no, you know how you know you're not no good? Because you sat by and saw the evil of your people do what they did, and you didn't do anything to try and stop them. So you got to go too. In the era of reparations, you sit by and you don't say anything when all the Gavin Newsom out here in California, the Ron DeSantis, and all the other governors and mayors all throughout the United States of America do a disservice to us, passing all these wicked policies under DEI or DIE, just call it what it is, DIE. You're not saying anything. So you got to go too. Look, not all the children of Israel were wicked, but yet we got caught up. Why? Because among us were those, you didn't do anything about it. So they had to answer too. And so now we're living in the time. This whole issue with Charlie Kirk, oh, that is letting you know where we're at. On September 10th, the 10 being the number of perfection. Oh, and pure spiritual perfection. The number 9 dealing with the number of spiritual transition, reckoning, and judgment. Charlie Kirk got shut down. Ben Shapiro, all of y'all, all you with your rhetoric about we shouldn't get reparations, that we, here it is, you along with your other people out there with your identity theft. Oh, the Lord coming for y'all, the Benjamin Netanyahu, oh, he coming for y'all especially. Because you still want to hold on to an identity that is not yours. And you can talk, oh, you anti-Shemite. Okay, we're not anti-Shemite. That was the word. We are Shemitic. We are the Shemitic people. We are the real Jews. We're the Israelite, not Israelis, Israelites. Get it right. And with that being said, okay, Yeshaya, it's on you. Go to work.
Like I said, man, yo, when you read that scripture in Proverbs, you quoted it. That scripture alone fit the so-called European white man in America and in Europe. You shed innocent blood. You know what I'm saying? You take what don't belong to you. But see, why does it hurt so much when people expose you for who you really are and you cry? You cry so much like a baby. Just man up and woman up to what you've done on the earth, man. He that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong they done. Do you actually believe in your heart that y'all the Most High just gonna erase all your deeds on this planet and not make you pay? When he made his own people, okay? When you open up the scriptures, I'm gonna say this too, to the so-called jiggers, the people in the land of Israel. We could just use the Torah, because that's what y'all about, Torah based, right? Even in the Torah, you can't prove that you God's people. The book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, is in the Torah, right? That whole chapter that's in the Torah now. That whole chapter proves you're not God's people. We can go to another chapter. The 49th chapter of Genesis proves that you ain't God's people, because Jacob was given a vision. He gathered his 12 sons and told them in the latter days, the end times, what would happen to his descendants. That's proof right there that you ain't the people. You can go to the book of Exodus, the 4th chapter, when Moses put his hand into his bosom and it turned white. And then when he put his hand back in his bosom, it turned to his original flesh. That's in the Torah. Your Torah. And those three scriptures I quoted, you can go to Genesis, the 2nd chapter, when man was formed out of the dust of the earth. That's 4 scriptures in your Torah prove you ain't the people of the Father. And that's in the Torah. Okay? You don't claim, you claiming a religion. Judaism is a religion. The people of the Most High never claimed Judaism. Never. They claimed what tribe they descend from out of the nation of Israel. Either Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Gad to Issachar. That's what they claimed. They didn't claim I'm a Jewish. Nowhere in the script they said that. Nowhere in time they claimed to be Jewish. See, you know you're not the people. You had to create a lie to get the benefits that the real people deserve as supposed to get. You got that land because of the Rothschilds. I'm going to tell it just like it is. They created the Balfour Agreement, and the Rothschild family signed it, and that's how they put your behind in that land in 1948. And you know who also played a part of getting you in the land? The United Nations. Here in New York City, 1st Avenue, 42nd Street. That's who put you in that land. And another thing, you've been in the land for 77 years. They've been in the land for 77 years. And in the scriptures say, when the real people return to the land, the nations will never pick up a weapon and fight against each other no more. No more. Why is there still wars going on this earth? When you got in the land in 1948, a major war took place 2 years after you got in the land of Israel. That was the Korean War. It's a major war. That was 2 years. When you people entered into the land of Israel in 1948, all wars should have stopped. There shouldn't be no more violence on the earth. Why is the whole world so blind that they can't see? And people that read this book that claim to be Christians, another made-up religion, why are y'all so blind to see that these people cannot be the people? If you know that these people, the practices of these people, which is not godly at all, I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna be sensitive. When they in their synagogues, right, and they circumcise the boy, them fake jiggers, they put their lips on that boy's little private area. Now, if I'm a liar, I'm a liar, but I ain't lying. They do. I seen pictures. That's what they do. There was a temple here in New York, up in Brooklyn, where they had like an escape plan, what you call that damn thing? Anyway, they had secret rooms in there.
A sex dungeon.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. See? And check it out. They use Jeremiah 14:2, where it say Judah mourneth in the gates thereof language. They are black unto the ground. It's black unto the ground is talking about the people. You understand? Now, why do they wear black hats, black suits? That's the only way they can get to blackness. They not the people, and they know it. They know it. They create a law to say if you speak against them, you anti-Semitic. Well, why they don't create a law to protect black people in this country who went through all the curses of this Bible? Why you don't got no laws to protect us? You understand? And I'm gonna say this too. Do anybody know that the so-called jiggers, ish people, were the ones that helped bring your behind to the shores of America and Europe and South America, Central America, and wherever we were scattered? And do you know that Jiggers-ish people had more slaves than other so-called Caucasian white people in this country? Do you know the so-called ish people, Jiggers? That's what I call them. Do you know they helped to start the Klan, Ku Klux Klan in this country? They were the ones that supplied them the hoods and all of that. Yeah, y'all don't know this stuff, but we telling you. See, America's glory days is over, man. It's over. Ain't nothing you can do to turn back that clock to the good old days. There ain't nothing but dark days ahead for this place. Everything got a lifeline, right? America had a pulse once. America's on life support, man. And the Most High about to pull the plug. And when he pulled the plug, it's unalive time for America, baby. It's done. See, we don't care if people believe what we say. There's a saying called seeing is believing. Things that we say here that the Most High's putting in our mind and spirit to say. Some of you don't think we telling the truth. You're going to see what we saying is going to come true. Because see, we locked in. We locked into the Most High's frequency. We locked into the Most High's network. And he's sending frequencies into our mind to tell us what is about to take place on this earth. You understand? See, we have to get this truth out there as best as we can. We have to speak truth. And we ain't scared here. Because I'm not scared to speak. I'm not scared at all. See, I want my enemies to know how I feel. I want my enemies to know that you in danger. You're doomed. There's nothing you can say that's going to change what he going to do. You understand? And I'm going to say this too, and I'm going to let him get this fallback. In the scriptures, the Most High said the only race of people on this planet that'll never obtain any mercy from him is Esau, Edom. And I'm going to say this too. When I look at all the nations on earth, and it's without a doubt, the only people that I see that he will never have no mercy on for the crimes you have committed on the earth is you so-called Caucasian Europeans. You don't deserve no mercy. Do y'all understand? Because you never had no mercy on nobody else. You understand? Everybody got to pay for what they do wrong on the planet. My people are paying. We paid. Our payment is almost full. You paying next. And you ain't gonna like paying for it. But we gonna like it. So you better get used to it when it do take place. Go ahead. I'll come back in later.
Because the bottom line is this is how it's gonna work, right? For the next 1,000 years to come, white America, hear me and hear me well. Anybody in the league with you, all your other nations in the league,
White world, not just like America.
A smile will never come across your face again. I'm gonna make it clear to you. We're not gonna make it pretty. But in the meantime, between time, with the 1 hour mark, what we're gonna do now, let's see who's talking. We're gonna see who's talking, who's joining us in the chat section. Because see, unlike other live broadcasts, where the moderator likes to hear the sound of his or her voice and never reads the screen in the discussions of those who are in the chat room, we read. So let's see who's talking. All right, let's go. Let's see what's up. First of all, I want to welcome Smashing Idol as always, Salaya Ben Yah. Hello, Iron Manna. Jay Snake the Great. Yo, that you funny, Jay. Marquise, what's going on? Okay. We got, who else? Who else is going on in here? We have other voices, but let me see. Smash an Idol. Okay, Jason the Great said, and what's the white man spelled backwards? Pork. Oh, okay. Okay, Smash an Idol. You quoted Isaiah 20:15. Yeah. That's talking about the wicked of our people. That's right. Perfect scripture. Isaiah 20:15 to 17. Smash an Idol. That's right. That's right. Some of the wicked of our people, because you think you got a cool spot in hell. All you Stephen from Django's, all you Chicken Georges, and all you fiddlers and everybody, all you house Negro, all you boulets. That's right, Roland Martin. I'm gonna name Roland Martin, all you boulets out there. You got a rude awakening coming to you too. What, you think that when this kingdom go and you with your allegiance to it are not gonna be handled? Oh, you gonna be handled too. All right? That's right. Perfect scripture, Smash an Idol. Your cool spot and your covenant with hell is now up for all the traitors of our people. That's right. All you for Israel United in Cain. Yeah, you got your leadership got massive numbers, but we know how that came about. Some of y'all are devout, but you're gonna find out the truth about your leaders in about a hot minute. Everybody, it's up for everybody. Okay? And y'all and some of you need to go. Because you're like bad weeds choking the life out of those of us trying to live. Let me see what's talking. Okay, you smashing out. You said that since you've been young, why do we still have war? Good question. Why do we have war? Huh? Okay? So all we're doing, right? We're going to continue to talk about it. Salaya Ben Yah. Let me see else. Iron Man said, it's a spell. They don't have the means to stop their own maniacal ways against themselves. Iron Man, you hit the nail right on the head. It is a spell. The Most High said he was going to make it where they go hard in their hearts. They'll go against themselves knowing that they're dooming themselves, and they're going to still do it. That's a perfect analysis, Iron Man. It is indeed a spell. Okay, so the bottom line is all we're going to continue to do is talk about it. For those of you out there listening, and maybe you don't want to come into the chat section, all right? As you can see, we read all the points of view that are relevant and intelligent. But how about this? Smash up the like button and the subscribe button. It's all free. And if you are listening to this broadcast, share it. Okay, because see, unfortunately, you have certain forces out here that if you subscribe here, they'll unsubscribe you unknowingly. Okay, so make sure you go back and hit your refresh your subscription here in the Lion Den. It's absolutely free. Let's see who else is talking. So, T Miles, yo, welcome, T Miles. We got another family member here and here. And you know what, Smashing Out? You're right. The Most High indeed is going to consume and bring his anger. Oh, yeah. And you know something? Listen. We have to take into very serious consideration. He said that what he going to do to them and all those who were in league with white America and the white world as a whole, he going to do to them double. So this is what I'm going to say. If what we experience with the Lord's single raft, I don't even want to begin to imagine what his double wrath is going to be. Seriously. But we're in that time now. And today, ladies and gentlemen, the assassination of Charlie Kirk. MAGA boy, Charlie Kirk.
Can't use assassination, bro.
See, look, see, this censorship is ridiculous now. Then what was it then? Huh? See, the more they take away what you can and cannot say, that shows you where we're headed. The man was cut down by one of his own. You see all this white on white violence? Where you at, National Rifle Association, and all you other gun-toting and gun-loving, gun right advocates? You got so much to say about Chicago. Where you at with your mind control now? Huh? As we're going through the evolution of mind control in this country. See, everything is now being revealed. So I gotta call it what it was. The man was assassinated. He was cut down. All right? And the Most High had this shooter aim and hit him in the throat. Shut his voice down. Got tired because the Most High got tired of him. And like I said, we will not sit up here and talk about, oh, that's good, what happened to him. No, but Charlie Kirk has been spewing a lot of vile, evil rhetoric about black people. Oh, according to he and all the MAGA crew, we are the problems that America has been facing in criminality and everything else you can think of that's wrong. Well, I wonder what he got to say now. Huh? All that white on white violence. All that white on white. Hold on. Go ahead, Yashar. Hold on.
His racism was taught to him by his parents as when he was coming up. Where you think he learned it from?
Well, all that white on white violence. I wonder what he would say now. Huh? One of his own took him out. Hey, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and anybody else, okay, Ben Shapiro, and all the rest of you out there with all this rhetoric about dropping troops off in Chicago and fighting black criminals and everything. What you got to say now? Because see, some of y'all, you got this, we had a case of a Ukrainian woman who, by the name of Irina Roskaska. I know I'm brutalizing her name. All right. We've seen that particular, you had Irwin Patel, black dude, who got up in a fit of rage, stabbed this Ukrainian white woman to death on the train. Huh? Mind control. And boy, the media, when that story came out, they went in. Here you have this big black thug. I don't want to hear mental illness. I don't want to hear. You know what, America? You guys are so Fox News. You guys are so hypocritical. All you guys, you are so. You say again?
Call it crock news.
Yeah, crock news, whatever. That fits too. All you guys are so hypocritical. Whenever it's white perpetrators, you run the mental illness card into the ground. Oh, but anytime black perpetrators or anybody else does a crime against you, especially, then the mental illness and any other excuse that you guys use for your own criminality, oh no, you don't want that to be used. There's no excuse. This black thug, they couldn't help themselves. He got caught every kind of thug stabbing that young white woman to death. But all the other killings involving white people jumping and beating up and murdering. Hold on. You're raw. You're killing me. Sit on your hands for a couple of minutes. Let me have my run, and I'm gonna get right back to you. I'll be getting you riled up. Hold on. Just hold on. Now, like I was saying, man, oh man, oh man, but boy, y'all run with it when you see it's black on white. Oh, you thug. The criminals, they must be dealt with. This beautiful young white girl was cut down. Man, give me a break, please. Wrong is wrong, and criminality really has no skin color. It don't. But see, here in racist America, it does. So now, what you gonna say now? When your boy Charlie Kirk got cut down allegedly by a white professor. A professor at that. What you gonna say now? MAGA? J.D. Vance? What you gonna say now? Donald Trump? I don't hear none of y'all now. From the nation's capital, the state capital, from the pineapple, Hawaii, to the Big Apple, New York, city and state, from sea to shining sea. I don't hear none of you bigoted, big mouth racists saying jack bone about your boy getting cut down with all that white on white violence. Y'all ain't saying nothing, but we are. We gonna say something now. We are not gonna spare no blow, no quarter here. Hell no. Or we gonna rub it all in your face. And we don't care if you don't like it. How you think we feel when you're up there lying on us? See, now the Lord is showing you, for every lie you tell against us, man, the truth is going to be revealed tenfold on all of you. Now, how about that? And if it comes in the form of him shutting your voices down, cutting you down, that's his decision. That's his prerogative. Because some of you need to be shut down. You need to shut up with the dangerous evils, the twisted evils and lies that you deliberately tell. And so now the Lord is showing you his displeasure. You got all these Manchurian candidates. All these, he said that in these last days, that mental evil, the demons walking with earthly feet would go berserk and go buck wild. The devil will go up and down seeking those he can devour like a roaring lion. And it's right on schedule. Right on schedule. We ain't got to give you a sermon, but we're just going to tell you where it's coming from. Because see, you want the answers? Well, we're going to give you the answers here on the Lion's Den. That's just what we're going to do. Because we deal with the facts. That's FACTS. Frequently accurate, correct truths. And if you can't handle the truth, we give you our deepest sympathies, but we're not going to compromise it for you. We're not going to sugarcoat this. This is a very serious matter that we just witnessed today. And here we're going tomorrow in this, the 20-something anniversary of September 11th.
24.
The 24th anniversary of September 11th, when the World Trade Center, 7 World Trade, and a portion of the Pentagon was knocked out the box, supposedly by some planes that veered off course for about an hour and a half. And the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, and all the other, and NORAD, and all the other Army and Air Force bases that guard the northeast quadrant of America were all asleep when these planes veered off course with their transponders off and crashed into Tower 1 and 2 of the World Trade Center, and somehow fuel like pancake syrup seeped throughout the entire building structure and had both buildings fall. All three buildings, building 1, 2, and here it is. You had World Trade 7, building 7, didn't get hit by nothing, but yet it fell. All like construction demolition struck. That's, hey, huh? Here you had thermite and all kinds of other explosive material found within the wreckage of the World Trade Center, but according to the official report, 2 planes crashed into the buildings, Tower 1 and 2. And the fuel from the plane seeped throughout the entire 100 and some odd stories of the World Trade Center. And all 3 buildings fell behind planes crashing into those buildings. And according to estimates, 3,000 people died. But of course, I used to work in those buildings, and I can tell you before 7 o'clock in the morning, there's more than 3,000 people. They even lied about how many died. I worked in both buildings. I can tell you right now, before 7 o'clock in the morning, there's more than 3,000 people in each building. And somehow another plane was able to veer off course and fly into the Pentagon. And people believe that. But look at all the policies up from that horrific event, 9/11. Look at all the policies that have come down the pike, passed by both Republicans and Democrats, that have put this country in abysmal darkness. Pay careful attention. Mind control. They had you believing that, again, some pilots were able to take the planes over, veer off course for about an hour and a half with their transponders off, and somehow, again, the Federal Aviation Administration didn't have the good sense to call up Washington, D.C. to have some F-15s or whatever else planes are used to intercept those planes, and those planes somehow found the time, taking off from Dulles International Airport, and I forget the other airport, but the bottom line is they caused all that damage. But the buildings fell.
Logan Airport in Boston.
Thank you, Logan Airport. Thank you, sir. But the buildings fell like a construction demolition site. And instead of the planes, when they hit the building and will cause a domino effect where those buildings could have just been falling on, because they were, when you look at the World Trade, they said it was about the length of 16 football fields. So if there was a random attack, those buildings should not have fallen in no footprint construction type explosion. Those buildings should have fell like a domino and knocked down a host of other buildings in the surrounding area, which would have caused colossal, cataclysmic damage. Because it wasn't around, but we're not gonna take you there. According to them, it was because Osama bin Laden was the culprit. But we wound up going to war with Iraq. Then you had WMD, the campaign, WMD, words of mass deception. And America ain't been right ever since that evil thing they did in murdering all those people under the Luciferian doctrine. That's right. Where you can use murder for the greater good. See, mind control, y'all. The evolution of it. Go ahead, you shine
America
that. Go.
America sacrificed them, man. You understand? Your president at that time, he sacrificed him. I don't give a damn. He did. He played a role in that. He knew exactly what the hell was going on. Okay? It was a demolition. They had damn C4 in them buildings, man. You can see by the way them buildings went down. That ain't had nothing to do with them planes hitting it. It was demolition, man. They was a sacrifice, those people, man. You understand? And the guy, there was a man, I think, damn, I can't think of this dude's name. He was told not to be there that day. I can't think of the dude's name, though. You understand? See, that's all America do is play with the minds of the people that's here, man. See, if you're not awoke, you don't know what's really going on. See, that's why I keep saying, man, if you think, when you look at this society called America and how corrupt it's been, let me jump in and say something about this white man always calling black people thugs. All right, you might say we're a thug here in America, but globally, you're a thug. The Australians, what do they think of you? The New Zealanders, the original people, the indigenous people of those lands. China, Japan. You know, the British tried to enslave the Chinese. The Chinese. Do you know the Japanese forgave America for dropping them bombs on them 80 years ago? That was thuggish. But why when you people do something, nobody want to blame you for nothing? A white man killed this dude, shot him in the throat. A few weeks ago, a little crazy, mentally disturbed, don't know what sex he is or gender, he went up in a church and shot 20 people in Minnesota. Why you just can't say they evil? Why it's always mental issues, they got to make excuses? Black man or black woman steal something in America, hell, Mexican steal something, we criminals, right? But when you do something, there's sympathy, mercy for you. See, the heart of you people is black. I don't know what's in you. When I look at you, I don't know if you have a soul as a people. I don't know what the hell is in y'all. Because the way y'all go about doing things, ain't no human being would do that. First and foremost, let's break down human. The original meaning, definition of human means brown man or melanated man. Hue is melanin. Do you understand? That's what hue means. You know, they changed the definition of it, like they always do. But that's the original name of what human means. Brown man, melanated man. So you people are not humans. See, human, you don't have human-like qualities. See, when I look at y'all, bro, I tell you who I see. I see the God you serve of this world. That's who I see in you when I look at y'all. Because ain't nobody in America worship and honor him more than y'all. How do you think you become a part of the team in this country? A part of the Illuminati, right? You become a Mason in this country. You know how you become that? When you get up to a certain degree in the Masons, like 33rd, You got to say, Satan is your God. And we had somebody on here a couple of years ago, maybe about 2 years ago or something. He was a Mason. He broke it all down. When you get to a certain level in the Masons, you got to admit that the God of this world is your God. Okay? Now we know every year, y'all, all of you so-called heavyweights in this white world go to California. Every year, they call it Bohemian Grove, right? It's out in Northern California. Karima might know where it is. But every year, all of you top guys, George Bush, Clinton, Obama, all of you go there every year, right? And who do you think you worship when you're there? The God of this world. And y'all know it. Why don't you crackers, you white folks, just tell the truth? Just admit who the hell you are. Don't try to portray yourself to be righteous when you don't have the spirit to do right. See, if you had the spirit to do right, number one, this land, you stole it. The Mexicans used to own what you call Arizona, California, New Mexico, and Texas. Y'all stole it from them. You understand? And it makes me angry when I see these people call our people lazy. There's a white dude said, how could be, you say black people taking all the jobs, but black people are lazy. Lazy people don't work.
Well, hold up, though. Hold on. Just a few short weeks ago, you had Charlie Kirk talking about that when white people came to America, oh, we were settlers. He had the audacity. That's what I mean by his dangerous rhetoric. Let me break something down to you people out there. When you come into someone else's land and you take it over by force and using disease blankets and trickery, you're not settling. That's called invading. He talking about we settled. We were settlers. No, you were invaders, marauders, takers. And this is exact. And this is exact. When Charlie Kirk said that, though, it left me truly unsettled because he was dead serious, and now he dead. See, look, man, yo. Bottom line is, what we're looking at now, as Yeshua said, look, he was a sacrifice. See, this is how the devil works. But no matter what you give up and no matter how you do things, it ain't gonna work. Your Lord and Master's time and rule is now over. And he's bowing before the Lord in Christ like all other people are gonna bow. No matter what number of sacrifices you offer up in human, otherwise, it ain't gonna work now. It's over with. And this is why you're seeing the shift day in and day out. You really think the Most High is going to step out and let you do to us what you think you're going to do? See, yes. Look, Lamentations 3:22 tells us that it's of the Most High's mercies that we have not been wiped out. You people have wiped out species of animals. You destroyed the food and everything else you touch. But now it's over with. See, that 9/11 thing was an evil thing you did. And America's been dark ever since. You understand? All the policies that came out of that. the Homeland Security, which has been nothing but insecurity, because what? It opened the door to knock out all avenues of privacy. Then you came with the Homeland Security. Then you came with DESA, the Defense Enhancement Security Act, the National Defense Authorization Act, the Lone Wolf Terrorist Bill, and every other policy that knocks out freedom of speech, a right to live, all with the intent to bring in this Luciferian doctrine wholeheartedly. Okay? Like the book of Isaiah, the 5th chapter said, woe to those who call good evil and evil good. And now we're seeing everything coming to a quick destruction and evil. No more. No more. And so now, as we sit up here, we are now one of many voices revealing and showing that in our studying, our refusal to not pay attention, our refusal to fall into any kind of distractions and be dumb. No, we're on our A game, bringing you out there, the listeners, what you need to hear. Because the time has come that we, the children of Israel, must reclaim our rightful place. See, this world, white America, all your policies are done. And though you're and so now you made your determination now is to fight the Lord God himself and his people. Okay. Like all the other world empires that refuse to let us go, you now, as Amos 9:8 said, behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom. And he didn't say, I might. He didn't say, I may be. He said, I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. And so here it is. So you can do all your Luciferian sacrificial, you can do all that to your heart's content. You can try to censor us to your heart's content, poison the food, do whatever you got to do to your heart's content, because now the Lord is waging open warfare on you. Charlie Kirk is not going to be the only voice the Lord going to have a right aiming weapon of war take out. We're giving you fair warning. You think the blood of Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Fannie Lou Hamer, Huey Newton, Emmett Till, and all those who have been brutalized and murdered and martyred in this country is going to go unanswered? Charlie Kirk was the perfect example of what Malcolm X said about 62 years ago. Chickens, the vultures, the eagle, the hawk came home to roost. The Lord got tired of his ass. And I'm going to say it just like that. Because I was tired of Charlie Kirk. And now he's out of here. All that wicked rhetoric and all that anti-black vile crap he was talking. And he knew what he was doing too. You think all these actions against our people, you think that rhetoric wasn't being used to inspire some of these killer cops disguised, well, I'm going to say Klansmen disguised as police officers to do what they're doing? You think we're not stupid? We see the connection, and now the Lord is now revealing everything. And for all of our people out there, this is your final warning too. Like I said, Yeshaya, no, Yeshaya said it earlier. Who knows? I may be gone tomorrow. All of us are now on notice. When I see what happened to Charlie Kirk, got me spooked. I'm not gonna lie. Why? Because now that means now more than ever, I better watch what I'm saying. Watch what I'm teaching. Watch what I'm doing. No one's exempt with the Lord's wrath and the way he's coming now. No one is. Go ahead, Yeshaya.
Yeah, all I want to say is my message to Charlie Kirk is cracker be gone. Cracker be gone, because you're gone. See, you ain't gonna be able to spew out no hatred toward my people, other people, Mexicans, Latinos, whoever. Because you're gone. And that's America. The Most High is saying, America be gone. Europe, white people in Europe, Europeans be gone. He's tired of the evils that you committed on earth against all people. You understand? See, y'all ain't learned nothing from the beginning. When you rose up as the Roman Empire, Rome fell. You rose up as the Greeks. Greeks were first. The first white civilization, so-called white power structure on the earth was Greece. Then the Romans ruled for 200 years. They fell. All kingdoms fall. What make you think that your kingdom here and abroad ain't gonna fall? I mean, do y'all really believe in your heart that you can fight against the man who created mankind? Do you understand? Are y'all really that crazy? He gave you the mind to create the technology you have. But even in your technology is false wisdom. You understand? You ain't got enough bombs, enough planes, enough fighter jets, enough aircraft carriers, whatever. Missiles, tanks, submarines, whatever. You ain't got enough. You messing with a power that can destroy all life on the earth with a thought. This is a message to these stupid ass crackers in America. This man could destroy all life on earth with a thought. How you gonna mess with that? This fool or these fools actually believe in their heart, because to believe in a lie, you believe a lie. See, the God of this world got you people hyped up that you think you can give this man a challenge. You ain't no challenge. When you step up in that ring with him, it's gonna be the final knockout, because you ain't never getting up again. There was a commercial back in the 80s. Malachi know about it, and Harima know about it. This white woman falls. She said, I'm falling and I can't get up. When the Lord knock you out, knock your power on out all over the earth, you ain't never getting back up, man. The deal was a one-shot deal. You understand? You at the end of your job for him. You understand? He's about to fire you. You're fired. You're going to get fired, man. Ain't nobody never going to hire you again. We going to hire you, but you going to work for free. Like you made our ancestors work for free in this country, you're going to work for free. And you got two choices. It's do or you checking out of here. You understand? It's do it or you out of here. And the Most High said in the scriptures that Edom ain't going to receive no mercy at all. See, everybody else on this earth, he'll give mercy to. But you the only people. And I'm going to say this too. It's got to be you. You understand? Because when I look at these people, they don't have no mercy on nobody. Never did. You can't tell me what nation they have not pillaged, stolen their mineral resources, or enslaved. Your whole kingdom was based on you doing nothing and everybody else doing something for you, while you sit on your ass and watch them work. You understand? Ain't no cracker did nothing to make America great. If America was great, we made it great. Because I'm going to say this. I seen a video when they was talking about the 5 top cultures in America. The only culture they didn't name was number 5. Number 4 culture in America is the East Indians. The number 3 culture in the video was, read it off the list, was Latinos, Hispanic community. Number 2 was Japanese. And the number 1 culture the brother read off the list was Black culture. Now you white people so superior, why your culture ain't even mentioned? Because you don't got none. All of American culture come from us. Y'all understand that? You don't got no culture, man. The culture of white people is murder, stealing, rape, robbing. What? Something to be proud about?
Yeah, see, and everything you're saying about see, you guys are the kings of deflection and projection. Everything you're saying about us that black people are 13% of the population of America, but we make up the preponderance in the overwhelming majority of the criminal activity in America. What you're saying about us is what you're really saying about yourself. See, this is why we come here and we do what we're doing. See, this is why you hate black media, because, see, what we're not going to let you do is get away with lying on us. We're not going to let that go down. See, we're not being paid no $13 million a year to lie to our people. We're doing this, what we do here, we do for free. Why? Because it's our calling. And on that note now, as much as it pains me, we have to go in another direction now. Let me go to all you illegal immigrants out here, coming from Peru, coming from Uruguay, coming from wherever you're coming from in the world. Some of you now have the audacity, Mexico, all you have the audacity right about now. We had a story just come out how you're all angry because over the weekend, last weekend here, that black Americans didn't show up for you to protest ICE and what they're doing to you. Let me break this down to some of you out there. Okay? We are not here for your beck and call. All right? For all my Argentinians out there, all y'all out there, yo, let me make this clear to you. All your anti-black energy too. Some of y'all with this anti-black energy, you following your Nick Fuentes and all them. See, you coming up here with this anti-black energy. Look, we tired of some of y'all too. We're tired of you too. We're not here to take up your cause and fight for you, and then you give us your Latino behinds to kiss later on down the line. You get all these Latino leaders out here voting down reparations, coming against us, talking about us horribly in the mind frame of some of you out there with the white supremacist mind state, and you're far from being white. What you mad about? You don't be mad at us. We're not the ones running down on you, kicking you out the country. We're not the ones with ICE uniforms on, kicking your behinds and beating up on you and throwing you to the ground and rounding you up and kicking you out the country. We're not the ones
Who
chasing you
was locking
down.
your children up in cages?
Right. We're not doing that to you. Okay? But when you want to have your MS-13 and some of your Latino gangs attacking us out, attacking Black Americans out there in LA and other areas, man, some of y'all don't say jack bone, but you think we're going to come fight for you? For what? Some of y'all, we don't like the Moreno. Me don't like, me no black. Well, okay, fine.
Can I be real with you for a second?
You're welcome to have that attitude. But check this out. All this black or anti-Judah energy, we ain't feeling. And we're not coming to your rescue. We're not going to come to your aid until further notice. You don't like us, you fight your own battle. How about that? Oh, I'm wrong? No, I'm not wrong. I'm right. We done stuck our necks out for everybody in this damn country. Some of you Caribbean Americans too, some of y'all too. And this is not, now for those who are listening and you got your head on right, this ain't for you. We're not talking to you. But we are not going to ignore all these other, what they call tethers. We're not going to pretend that we don't see all this anti-black energy, anti-Judah, Black American energy you coming with. And we got to check it. And some of y'all who are listening to this broadcast, if you are for us, start checking your own and checking them on their ignorance. But like I said, to the Latino coalition out here, you have no right to be mad at Black Americans. We're not the ones kicking off in your ass and deporting you and putting your kids in cages. Be mad at the very people that you went and voted for. Huh? We didn't miss Cubans for Trump. We didn't miss Argentinians, Uruguayans. You want to live in America and you want to vote for Trump. We ain't missing none of that. We ain't missing none of the under the backhanded or direct racism, anti-black racism that some of y'all been coming at us with. So we're letting you know that we're not playing no more. See, and us being the head family, depending on who you believe are the 12 tribes of Israel, look, we're not even among so-called or supposed Israelites are we going to take any more shorts. To the Caribbean Americans out there, with your attitude coming over here, with your anti-black, no, we're not having it. We're not going to fight for you. We're not going to join with you. You don't put us on like a coat when you need us and then take us off when you don't. And oh yeah, to the Democratic Party, let me make this clear to you. No matter how much trickery and everything, because y'all just had a think tank just recently. All right? I won't go into the specifics and details, but look, Democratic Party, dig. The estimated 10 million black voters that were rumored to have walked away from your party. Now, I'm going to say rumor because, see, I don't have the ways and means to do my own research on that issue. But let's just say if 10 million black folks walked away from the Democratic Party and y'all ain't got it right now and y'all ain't been right ever since, see, we broken that mind control on that y'all had on us for a long time too. See, our grandparents and our parents' generation, they're all dying out. They're leaving here. And Gen X, millennials, we are now taking their place. And what we're showing you is it. Democrats, you're not going to play in our face and give out billions and billions and billions of dollars to everybody else and don't want to make it right with we, the real Jews, this Bible speak of. No, we're not doing that no more. And your party is now done. Because see, whenever we leave anything and we don't put our spirit in it that the Lord gave us, everything crumbles. And that's why this country's going to hell in a handbasket. Because now the Lord is reclaiming us. So, all y'all out there, the Latino coalition, whoever, don't be mad at us because we're not here to serve you, and we're not gonna fight for you. We're not gonna join with you. Why? Why should we? When some of y'all are kicking us in the behind too. See, we just gonna delineate. We're gonna stand on that. We're not taking no more shorts from nobody until further notice. And that's how we rolling now. See, and then whoever indeed are the rest of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, and the Lord gonna bring us together, it'll manifest. But right about now, some of y'all coming over here with this anti-Judah, anti-foundational Black American energy, you can stay your ass right where you at too. We're gonna go hard body tonight. Normally I try to stay away from color. You gotta go? I always try to
I want to say something because I'm getting ready to check out of here.
All right, well, go ahead. Make your statement.
Listen, white supremacy is dead. You understand? White supremacy is dead, and there ain't nothing you can do to revive it back. See, America is slipping into a dark place that you ain't gonna never find no lights. Y'all understand that? See, the good old days, the glory days is over, man. It's over. And nothing you can do to save it. This man that's in the White House is a puppet for the elites that truly run the world. And even they know the deal, man. You understand? Satan done got y'all really believing in your heart that this kingdom that's wicked as hell is made and created to be evil as hell. He think he got a chance at saving it. Man, that fool ain't gonna do nothing. All of you gonna end up right where he is. All of you white people in this country and in Europe and all of that who believe in him and trust in him, you going right where he going, man. And see, he know where he going at. Y'all don't know. The white Jesus theory is over, son. Nobody ain't following that BS no more, man. This hippie ain't coming back to save nobody, man. Y'all really believe that, man? Most High gonna bring justice to this world, judgment. And you gonna be number one on his target, his list. He have to take y'all out, man. You know why? You know why? Because the world will return back to its natural state when he take y'all ass out. All the nations will be at harmony with us. This will be harmony with them. Y'all are standing in the way of righteousness on the earth. When you go, righteousness comes into his fold, into his stead. Y'all have to go, man. And I'm gonna say this too. He gonna live up to his word. Y'all are going out of here in a blaze of glory. See, you going out in the blaze, but it's gonna be glory to him. Y'all understand? Ain't no way in hell, man, that this evil kingdom that you established by the blood on blood, you built the town by blood. You built the land off of the blood and the backs of others. And there's a scripture to say that. I ain't quoting it, but Malachi know what I'm talking about. You established this kingdom by blood. What you think gonna happen to you? Your blood gonna be shed as well, man. So you better prepare for it. See, I'm gonna say this one more and I'm out. They're gonna try to use this Project Blue Beam to fool the world, show white Jesus in a cloud, you know. I ain't falling for it. If I don't see that man on the horse with that sword and that army behind him, I know that ain't real. When I see that man on that horse, like the scriptures say he gonna be on a horse. And he gonna bring an army with him, and he gonna have a two-edged sword in his hand. If I don't see that, I ain't going for it. So y'all can believe. Yeah, one more.
But Doc, you know what? Here. I think you want to stick around just a little bit more for this next segment I'm going to go into. Cause I want to answer. Okay, but stick around. All right, but stick around. But you ready? Watch this here. Now, to Smash an Idol. Listen, as far as all that Issachar is concerned, everything else, look, that 12, I have to say, as of late, that whole 12 tribe sign thing, I have really some serious questions about it. Because, you know, with all this anti-Judah energy that supposedly some of the people on that energy that's supposed to be on there, supposed to be named or Israelites on that sign coming towards us, man, it makes me question a lot of that. Because here it is, like you said, they're mad at the wrong people. And here it is, we done proven time and time again to be everybody's ally. But then they give us their behinds to kiss. So I got some serious reservations about this whole, that whole 12 tribe sign that even I now can't ignore.
And can I say a quick point?
Are they really Issachar? Are they really Issachar? That remains to be seen. Make your point, Yashada.
And we know the man that created it. We know the man that came up with the chart. You understand? So I've been questioning that for more than 20 years.
And let me tell you why we're questioning it. Because now and I'm sorry to cut you, JT, but let me tell you why we're questioning it, brother Smash. Okay, here's why we're questioning. Because see, with all the betrayal and the evil that was allowed to come into what was known as the Israeli School of Universal Practical Knowledge, with the fact that Arya and those then elders and leaders turned their backs on everything they ever taught us and allowed and cut deals with the Illuminati, cut deals with the Rosicrucians, and took $50 million plus, and everything they ever taught, they went against it at the drop of a dime. Okay? That's why we've been questioning it ever since, man. We've had to go back, as the Bible said, and seek out the Bible on our own accord. As 2 Timothy 2:15 says, the study to show ourselves approved. We've had to re-examine everything. Because for these men to have been teaching us before we were born. Okay? And then when we come of age and join, and we watch them cut deals the way they did, man, it makes us now sit back and really take a good look. Because see, at the same time, with these people named on that damn chart, giving us their behind to kiss, coming against us at every turn, it raises doubts, man. When especially within these camp structures, right? The people who are named, they don't even come against their own that's doing the evil. Here we are, Judah. We'll come against anybody who come against everybody named, but some of the same members within the structure coming from these other zones, they don't even defend us. I peep everything. That's why I'm questioning it. And I'm sorry, Doc, for being so passionate. But like you said, Smashing Idol, All these coalitions and all the other organizations have no business being mad at us, and it's not our foot that's in their behinds. Go ahead, dog.
Yo, man, look, man. This is to show how stupid and ignorant y'all are. Why is Puerto Rico messed up like it is? Why is the Dominican Republic messed up like it is? Cuba, all of these Latino countries, why is it y'all countries are destroyed? Your resources are destroyed, stolen. Ain't Trump begging Venezuela to take all their oil? Huh? Explain that to me. The people who y'all despise in this country, you can't name 1 year or day or time that black so-called people went in your country and overrun it and overtook it. But you don't blame the people who caused all those problems. Why do all of you people speak Spanish? Because Spain went over there and took y'all and made you slaves and put that language upon you and gave you those Spanish Latino names. And I'm going to say it like this, and I'm going to keep it a buck. Spain is one of the damn racist ass countries in Europe. They hate everybody. If you ain't part of them, they don't like you. Y'all could get mad. I don't give a damn. I'm telling you like it is. I talked with a Spaniard about 38 years ago in 1987. I don't know what he is. He got a Spanish name. I can't read his mind. I don't know he's from his people from Spain. I said, yo, he said, I said, what's your name? He said, blah, 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 Fuentes. Oh, I said, oh, you Puerto Rican? He got pissed off when I said that. He said, I ain't Puerto Rican. I said, yo, man, I don't know what the hell you are. Because you got so many of you different people that speak Spanish, I can't tell who's who. He said, no, man, my people from Spain, man. I said, well, you ain't Puerto Ricans ain't the same. He said, hell no, we ain't. See? That's what they think of y'all. But y'all get pissed and you get angry at us who ain't never. And I'm going to say this another one, no disrespect. Do you Mexicans in America know that black people helped you get your goddamn liberation from Spain? Do you know this? Man, do y'all know that? Cinco de Mayo that you celebrate? We help you defeat those conquistadors. Okay? I don't understand that the people that cause y'all so much pain, y'all don't got no animosity toward them. But the people who show you nothing but love and compassion, you hate us. I mean, you got a couple knuckleheads among our people just like the same as y'all. But I'm going to say this on the strength, and I'm going to let him get it back. Where you run into racism most of the time in America, it ain't from us. It's from blanquitos. Y'all understand that? It's from them. I ain't never showed no Mexican in my life no hatred. I seen it from them, but I ain't shown them none. And I would ask any Latino in America, so-called person that speaks Spanish, most of your racism that you encountered, who it came from, I'll wait. I'll wait.
So this is why when we come here now and we're starting to we're laying things out. This is why, as the seventh answer was given, the inspiration to make up tonight's format, the evolution of mind control. So we're out here breaking these chains and images of mind control on you now. And see, what we're showing you is that, hey, look, it's only but so much we're going to take and allow anybody to come against us and talk against us. We don't put as I said, we don't put our lives on the line for centuries for all people on the planet and for their causes. And when they get what they want, when they get their money, when they get their, I mean, as a matter of fact, hey, during the 4 years that Joe Biden was giving all you illegals who are listening to this show, giving you all that money, where were any of you to say, wait, the Black Americans, they came to our rescue, they've been good to us, give them their reparations? No, y'all didn't say nothing. When they were putting you up in those swanky hotels and giving you money for homes specifically for you, only for you, you Argentinians, you Colombians, Uruguay, y'all wasn't saying jack bone about your Hispanic leaders that were voting us down. The Angela Ocasio-Cortezes out of New York and other areas coming against us. Y'all wasn't saying nothing. And now you think we're supposed to come out there and fight for you when ICE is on your ass? No, we're not doing that. No, we're not. No, we're not.
They
Because
is cold as ice. They is cold as ice.
Right is right and wrong is wrong. And what we are not interested in doing is fighting for anybody who come against us after they get what they want. See, we can show you better than we can tell you. So this the delineation that you see among from Judah, the Southern Kingdom, and what you're seeing, if let's say if the 12 tribe chart is true, but I got my doubts now. But real talk, what you're now witnessing is that we are no longer at anybody's beck and call that don't like us. No, we're not doing that no more. You don't want to be no Moreno. You don't like no blood. You don't like no what's some of the other racial epithet? Cocolos. You don't. That's fine. That's fine. But what you're not gonna do, but you better believe this here. What we not gonna do from here on out is allow you to come for us, and we not gonna retaliate. Even when it come to that, and when it come to y'all, we're gonna put the brakes on that now. Go ahead, you shout out.
Y'all know all that music that come out of Latin America. Like I'm gonna name salsa. You know, salsa was created by Morenos in Cuba. That's right. Celia Cruz. I know who she is. She brought that music to those places. She brought it to Puerto Rico like in 1950. Salsa. It comes out of Cuba. You understand? That's Moreno music. And Celia Cruz acknowledges she's a black woman, even though she's from Cuba. Okay? And she stood up for black causes. Y'all understand? How y'all gonna say you don't want to be a part of Moreno when everything you do come from Moreno? Explain that to me. I don't see none of you trying to copycat and do what white people do. You listen to hip hop, that's nigger music, black music. Ain't no white man created no hip hop. Ain't no white man created jazz, rhythm and blues. You know what I'm saying? The blues, country music, gospel. They ain't created nothing. See, you think you're going to be on the white man's team. I'm going to keep it above. Whitey always going to reject you, whether you want to know it or not. See, you make America first don't mean you black people here, you Puerto Ricans, you Dominicans and Chinese. I'm for all of you. No, America first means white first. That's what it means. White first. All the rest of you get in the back. That's what they think about everybody that don't look like them in America. You get in the back. They telling you Chinese, you get your ass in the back. Hispanics, get your ass in the back. You already know us. Get us in the back. That's what a make America great means. I'm giving this country back to the white man. That's what it means. Until any of you wake up and realize that we all got the same oppressor, we will be victorious. Because these people have oppressed all of us. You understand? The Japanese, Chinese, everybody. But everybody hate us though. And we ain't did nothing to you. You can't name, I'll let you get it back. You can't name in the history of this country where any black people did anything that's gonna affect any of you. You can't tell me. You can't tell me nothing. See, you are stupid to listen to these people. When these people don't think nothing of you, man. See, we've been here long enough to know what they think of us. See, y'all ain't been here 400 years. Y'all ain't had to deal with their BS for 400 years. So see, this is why you think, oh, the white man gonna side with me. White man ain't side with you. You understand? They always gonna show they feelings, how they really dislike you as well. We already know the deal. When y'all gonna wake up to that? This country was not built on principles, man. Honesty, none of that. It was not built on that. It was built off the backs of someone else. And then the people whose ancestors who built this country, they got the nerve to call us lazy. When this country was being established, what it is today, Whitey was sitting on their ass, doing nothing, while you out in them cotton fields, picking cotton, tobacco, cutting sugar cane, corn, and all of that other stuff. While they were sitting on their ass talking to their friend across a couple of miles away or whatever, man. They sitting on the porch drinking iced tea or something while you working your ass off. This is a message to this cracker, and I'm gonna let you next get on here. In the kingdom of heaven, when it's established, you got two choices. You either gonna do what you told, or your ass ain't gonna be here no more. That's it. He ain't hearing nothing you got to say. See, we gonna preach the real God of the Bible, man. See, y'all got that sugarcoat, diluted fairy tale stories that you've been told. The Most High ain't that. When you see all this disasters happening on the earth, ain't no woman, no Mother Nature. I ain't disrespecting women, but ain't Mother Nature doing a goddamn thing. You understand? Ain't no climate change my ass. The Most High tell you he bring the storm, the earthquake. He's in control of all of that. You understand? He controls what's going to happen on the planet. And the date has been set to when we were going to go in this captivity. And the date has already been set when our captivity is going to end. And the date is set when all the nations that's in power and rulership on the earth, when they fall, it's already set. And ain't nothing you can do to change it. So get ready for it.
And yeah, Dre Day Akim, welcome. You know, for all those who may be listening on the Facebook application, we want you to come over here with your commentary too. Dre Day Akim, you're absolutely right. They didn't make rock and roll. They didn't make anything. Okay, we had the Chuck Berrys, the Bo Diddleys, Big Mama Thornton, and so many others. Yeah, every aspect of creation we were at the forefront of doing. That's right. They didn't make rock and roll. They didn't make country music either. They didn't make country music.
Can I say the quick point? Let you get it back. The Bible says Jacob is the former of all things. All things. You know what all things mean? Everything.
Yeah, they didn't develop country music either. That's all us too. But the bottom line is what we're showing now and what we're proving to everyone out here now, that we can show you better than we can tell you. So now this delineation that you see that Black Americans do, that Judah is doing, is because we're tired of the anti-Black energy that we don't deserve. As Brother Yashara just said, we're not the ones. It's not Black Americans locking up you Argentinians and everyone else, Venezuelans. We're not the ones locking you up in cages of the ICE agents.
You out this country.
No, we're not. We're not the ones running down on you, beating you. We try to defend our own selves from being beat up on. But these ICE agents jumping out the moving trucks and all that, they're the ones doing it to you. The very president you voted for, Donald J. Trump, they're the ones doing it to you. So you have no business being mad at us and wondering why we're not joining you in your fight. Why should we? Let's just keep it 1,000 here. Why should we help you when you give your behind the kiss to us at every turn once you get what you want? And again, during the time of the Biden administration, okay, with the hundreds of billions of dollars that you were enjoying, none of you said, wait a minute. What about our black brothers and sisters over here who want reparations and deserve it? Let's get them their cut first. No, you sat by and let your Latino coalition leaders out there, most notably in California first, at the 12th hour, you voted down our reparations at the behest of the current governor out there, Gavin Newsom, Democrat, y'all. Y'all did that. And from New York and everywhere else you were settling, and you were getting all those benefits and all that money. None of you said, what about the black Americans who, when they fought for us, and that's how we're able to come here, even if it's illegally, give them their money. No, you voted against us. See, we saw all that. We watched you do that. And that's why we're saying, no, we good. We good. We're going to leave it alone for the time being. We'll let y'all rock and y'all going to do your own thing. And we're going to do our own thing. We have enough problems fighting for our own and trying to keep our own head above water. And we're going to have you drown us? No more of that. No more. And if indeed we are the 12 tribes of Israel, like the Lord said in the book of Ezekiel, Amos, he'll close that breach that's among us. Because right now, all this anti-black American energy got me turned all the way off. Okay? This is why, again, a lot of questions I have on my mind about certain things that I've been taught about the Israelite faith for a long time. Even I now have to face the unpleasant reality. A lot of it may be indeed steeped in lies. Given some of the energy I'm seeing from a lot of these people out here, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. See, it's intelligent when you see when someone using you and misusing you at the same time, you shut them down. And that's where we're at now. Okay? Because our very survival, our mental, our spiritual health, all of it is paramount that we care for ourselves first. Everyone else is putting their interest
I got something
first.
to say quick. I'm getting out of here.
So we got to do it. So go ahead, Yashara. Go.
You see, the title of this show is The Elevation, the Evolution. The evolution of hatred in this country has evolved to its highest level that it's never been. You understand? That a people like us here who have went through more BS than anybody. This is just a little sprinkle of what you getting. Okay? There ain't been 100 years of Hispanics getting lynched on trees. No disrespect, but it ain't never happened. You understand? But that happened with us. Why is it so hard for y'all to see that what these people have done to you, wherever you dwell, that they are your enemy? But we, who have done nothing to you, never in the history. Puerto Rico ain't jacked up because of my people jacked it up. Dominican Republic ain't jacked up because of what my people did. Cuba ain't jacked up because of what my people did. South America, all of South America, all Central America. It's because what the so-called European has done. And those people over there, those Europeans in all those countries, they the descendants of those that destroyed those lands. But you don't blame them, right? There's a scripture say, so is the mother, so is the daughter, so is the father, so is the son. I'm making up a new phrase. Meaning that if your father ain't no goddamn good, the children ain't gonna be no damn good. And that's what I look, when I look at y'all, there's nothing good about you. And if you support these people, y'all are no good either. Because what these people have done and what they still do, it's living proof that they have to pay for what they have, the crimes they have committed on the planet. They're gonna pay. Now, this dude that just got shot today, I really don't give a damn. I'm talking for me. Ain't no sweat for me. I don't care. He always talked a lot of negativity to my people about my people, like we were a bunch of animals. We were dogs. We commit all the crimes. White people don't commit no crimes in this country. There ain't been a crime committed in this country by white people. White people are angels, right? White people's records is spotless. No, you committed the greatest crime on earth was committed here. And that was committed on us. And they committed it. See, I'm getting out of here. The Most High got a rap sheet long, real long. How many times he can go around the earth, what y'all have done? The evils y'all committed on this earth? I'm serious. And this is what you've done to all people. Not just us. What you have done to the true natives of this land when they were here. What you have done to the Chinese, the Japanese, the East Indians, every nation on the planet, you tried to destroy and overtake. That's all your history is. Conquering people. And y'all are proud of that? That shows me only one thing. That you got the mind of the devil. Because all you people have ever done has deceived the whole world. That's why white Jesus exists. Right? That's all you can do.
So, now, Javier Jimenez, you asked a very good question. Was Charlie Kirk a sacrifice? That remains to be seen, Javier. But what I am going to say this is, you know, when you look at it from a simple numerical structure. Here he is. He got cut down on the 10th day. Okay, of the 9th month. All right, and here we are. We are getting ready to go into several.
It would have been a great birthday next week for me if it would have happened on the 18th, but it didn't go my way.
But the point is, though, right? The 10th day, the 10 being the number of what is perfection. Okay, you know, like a dime piece. When you call a woman a dime piece, a 10. Yeah. So here it is, the 9th day on a Wednesday, on the eve of September 11th. Okay, and the treachery that happened in that time frame, he gets taken out. He gets cut down in Utah. In Utah just so happened to be one of the witch capitals of the country of America. Check it out. Don't take my word for it. Believe me, I've been looking into this while.
Yo, I'm out, man. I'll see y'all later, man.
Okay, yes, sir. That I've been out here. I've been doing my research, Javier. He just may have been used as a sacrifice. The devil don't have no loyalty. He only has minions. He just may have well been. Okay? But the bottom line is, look, I don't want to get too deep into that, but let's just say it is kind of weird or wired that he got cut down on the eve of September 11, which also dealt with when you look at the numbers 9 and 11 and how they line up in witchcraft on the left hand side. Yeah, it just may be to launch something bigger they want to come with. The devil has been known to take out one of his own for the greater good. And so this is where we're at now. Okay? I have to be very careful who to say it wasn't staged. You know, after all.
Right.
The
It
whole
was. That was staged. Staged. Yeah, it looked very much staged. In the case with the African American guy and the what's that, the immigrant, that looked staged too. But all this, like he got unalived, he got shot at the moment when they started talking about the ABC boys and girls, the LGBT. Right when he started talking about that, that's when, you know, the professor unalived them. But it was a coincidence that, you know, them topics, he was talking about the gun law and he was talking about, you know, LGBT, but he was talking about them topics. So I think it's a political stunt, you know, because, you know, Orange still want to bring these guns, I mean, the military in. So he's trying to, you know, use probably that as an example because they is saying that it is a political stunt.
Hey, like I said, you know, an agenda is there. The agenda is definitely there. Okay? Here it is. You had a couple of weeks ago a transgender individual go into a Catholic school and shoot up and murder up a host of children. Okay? And here we are getting ready to go into soon several winter solstices. No, yeah, fall and winter solstices. And solstices is when in witchcraft, when you have a high degree of evil sacrificial from a agricultural and human standpoint transpire. Could be Javier Jimenez. I see you up on your game. And let me see who else is talking. Hey yo, Dre Day, Akim, Micah 2 and 10. This is not our rest. Good scripture, good point. You're right. This is not our rest. I get that part. But don't forget though that the Lord always require our captors to eventually let us go. Okay? Let me see. And Dre Day, you're right, Dre Day, that only the elect will return. You got that right. And Salah Ben Yah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, if you're talking about it could be staged, that Charlie Kirk may have just sacrificed himself, taken himself out, go get some facial reconstruction. You know, hey, listen, things happening. And in order for and there are certain rules and regulations that they follow to get certain things pushed. Okay, here it is now. Oh, Charlie Kirk, he was a man who fought for freedom. He fought for freedom of speech, and he was cut down. Oh, what are we gonna do? Oh, we're gonna pass a law now that's gonna come against a lot of you poor whites out there. Cause see, understand, for some of you poor whites out there, you don't get it either. That these rich, so-called elite white folks, they don't like you either. And see, they've been using you against your own selves. See, in your anti-black racism and in your hatred for us, that's why you're losing your free health care. You're losing your EBT and welfare because y'all been the biggest receivers of EBT and welfare in the first place. It was a white program known as the National Recovery Act, the original NRA. See? But see, in your hatred for us and in your desire not to see us have anything, you voted against universal health care and free health care because you didn't want us to get it. And now, in the end, the main aim is always to get you. And now you feeling it, poor whites. Don't go crying now. This is what you asked for. See, we try and tell you, but you're too damn dumb. Like Iron Man has said, you have a serious demonic spell on you so deep that like mind control. That's how deep mind control can be. Here they can use your racial hate of us, and in the face of you losing your benefits and your privilege, you will vote against your own interest because you don't want us to share. You don't want to share with us. But now you're crying. Now you feel some kind of way. But hey, like former President Lyndon Baines Johnson said, about 60 years or more ago, he said, and I quote, "Look, you can get the poorest white man to side with the rich and elite by making him feel he's better than even the richest Negro. Just hell, he'll let you pick his pockets if you make him think he's better than a Negro." And mind control. And here it is, you voted against your own interest. For all you white women out there, you crying now. Yeah, a lot of black women getting laid off under this DEI, but it was mainly you white women that were the target. I'm gonna keep repeating that for you too. How does it feel? Because y'all were the ones who benefited from DEI more than we did. All those benefits and goodies that Martin Luther King fought for black people, you were the ones who benefited from it. You shoehorned, like comedian Bill Burr said, y'all shoehorned and hijacked all those benefits. And see, a lot of white men been feeling some kind of way about you white women chasing down Pookie, the Ray Rays, and all the other black men that you going all out to get with. They feel some kind of way. So they want to beat you into submission by taking your jobs because you have too much money and time on your hands. See, mind control, the evolution of it. And see, we sit around studying, examining, and checking things out, and we bring it to you live and direct, and you can't deny it. See, for all my white listeners, as you've been studying us, we have been studying you. And this is how we're able to come with the Bible open and be able to examine and lay out everything to you, why things are going the direction they're going. And for all of our other listeners out there, if you fit in the era of being an Israelite, your heritage and everything else, this is your time now. All of us to get out, to get right. Because a fierce and ferocious judgment is now coming down on this earth. And we are here to help you break the chains and images of psychological slavery. Because your life and your ability to breathe depends upon it. Okay? See, MK Ultra is real. Hypnotism is real. Okay, not to mention, okay, I see what you said. Smash an idol. Yeah, I know. Doesn't, yes, it's the seventh answer. Okay, that's right, Kareem. She cooking too. Why you think I call her the seventh answer? She come, she come with the complete picture. See, everybody got their talent and their abilities in here, and we using them. See, this is why we come in, we read the comments, because some of y'all in here cooking with gas and going in. All right? But the bottom line is, not to mention they use their women to tap us, and now it's backfiring. But y'all brothers better leave these other nations alone. And I agree with you, brother. I agree with you, Smashing Idol. We do need to leave them alone. We do need to leave them alone, because see, understand, look, in the natural order, we were given our women to love. And we have to understand that the United States government, under the counterintelligence program, COINTELPRO, some of y'all might be too young to know what this is, but you can just look it up. As I lived in that, well, I was born in that era and saw the ravages of it when I was a child, but now as an adult, I can break it down because it's still in effect. COINTELPRO. See, the United States government have deliberately, for the last 50 to 60 years, put into effect a direct destruction of black male and female relationships. But finally, for a lot of our black women, you're starting to see how you were used and weaponized against your own man. And I'm glad that you're now waking up out that mind control, the evolution of it. This is why we're breaking it down now and showing you why it is imperative you must break these spells and break the hypnotic enchantment that has been put upon you. Okay? Whether it be from pornography and its vulgar images to whatever extreme that they're using now to hypnotize you. We have to be able to break all these images and break all these spells up off of us and recognize that we're all we have. And it's just that simple. I mean, after all, look at Shannon Sharp. Look what happened to him. See, he dropped his guard when he let Cat Williams, and they went all hard body on what they talked about not too long ago. He dropped his guard, and they got him with Becky Workout. He dropped his guard. And this is what we have to understand. We're not up out of here just yet. The devil still will try you and still will try all of us until we're up out of here. But yeah, that's right, Salaya Benyard. Thank you for reminding me to make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this show, and let those and if you have been unsubscribed, make sure you get your subscription back up. And you're right though, Smash. Everything is now backfiring, because you know why it's backfiring, brother? Because now the Lord is against them. See, they had their time. They had their time, and they ruled this world horrendously. They broke every law the Lord said don't do. They broke it with impunity for a time. But now it's over. And now our resurrection and return to our rightful place and rulership is now in effect. And though they're doing everything to try to stop us, here they put these, for the last, 30 years or more, they done put all these 99-cent stores or 99-cent or more stores in our neighborhoods, putting pork and all kinds of other unclean elements in our hair care products, food, even the brushes that we use. You got to be careful when you buy a brush, because they're using pig bristles. Deliberately doing all these things. No, Now the Lord is shutting all that down. putting all kinds of additives into the foods that shouldn't be there. Everything now seedless when it should have seeds. Fruits and vegetables that's supposed to give you life, giving you cancer. So now the time has come where we got to shut all this got to be shut down. And this is why we're coming here with this black media, the Lion's Den, the ultimate truthality social media platform. And we're giving you every aspect of discussion needed. You want a good debate and intellectual stimulation? The Lion Den is where it's at. You want to talk about metaphysics? You want to talk about astrophysics and all the dynamic of science? The Lion Den has that for you. Or you want to talk about all things social, political, spiritual, military? We got that for you as well. This is what makes the Lion Den so unique, in that it doesn't hold back and it gives everyone an opportunity to come in here. There's some people who don't believe in the Bible. They come in here with their counterpoint. That's fine. In the end, it's up to you to believe, the listeners out there, to roll with who you want to roll with and who you think is bringing all the necessary information needed for you to make a competent choice on what direction you need to go in your life. So, you're right, Smashing Idol. Brother, wow. They got people thinking they're eating healthy by eating no meat, but eating fruits and veggies without seeds. Talk about Babylon. That's right. Here it is. But you know what? And that is funny, right? Here you got people talking about they vegan. They're vegan, but much of what they're eating, okay, is poison. Man, you got all kind of poisons in it. Hey yo, you know how you know the food, even the fruits are no good? Throw it on the ground. Throw a piece of fruit or food on the ground these days. And watch how the ants, the birds, won't touch it. You've seen their videos out here showing from certain fast food joints that I no longer eat out of. They throwing French fries on the ground, especially McDonald's, and the ants go ahead and try to break it down, and you see the ants looking like Egyptian figures in the food in the potatoes because they're dead. You know what I'm saying? You got all this high fructose corn syrup over the years that was put into the food to replace natural sugar. Here it is. High fructose corn syrup is 10,000 times sweeter than the chief sweetener on the planet Earth. Honey. There's not supposed to be a sweetener that sweet, because your body can't break that down. And you wonder why diabetes and all the other obesity causing elements are happening in your bodies, because this stuff is wreaking havoc in your system because the body can't break it down. This is why they got to go. They have to go now. Seriously. But you know what though? Listen, we've given you almost 3 hours, 3 long hours of unbridled and in your face truthality. And so in closing, right? Seventh Answer, you have any closing commentary before I sign off? Okay, I guess not.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Hold on. I want to play I want to go over some few videos, okay? Real quick. Let me set it up.
Oh, my mic was muted. We're gonna take a time out while she get the video set up. Listen, all we do here on this great platform is offer you the news that you need to hear. We do it with pride because we don't get paid for it. But I don't see, some things transcend money. I got to keep repeating that over and over. This is our calling. And when a man or a woman is given a calling by the Great Spirit, by the Great One, the Lord, he or she must move as compelled by the Spirit that's put upon them to do what the Lord requires of them in their calling. Our calling is to come here well-trained, well-versed, well-studied, as a cohesive unit to counter all the lies that are being taught by this media here, MEDIA, the most evil devil in America. Okay? And shut it all down. See, our aim when we come here, like I said, when I talk about the 7 eyes, I always want to I'll take time to break it out, break them down. We always bring intelligence. And what is intelligence? Intelligence is information. Okay? Intelligence is using your mind to seek out the truth, cross-reference, and make sure that everything that you say has a relevance and can be proven. When we come with inspiration, see, when we talk and we speak, we hope to inspire and you, our listeners, not just to take our word for everything that we're showing and we're proving and bringing out. No, we want you to get up off your butts and start using your talents and your abilities and whatever the Lord gave you to be an instrument of good and a beacon of light to the dark seeking or dark living individuals out here. So, intelligence, inspiration, which leads to integrity. Now, what's so important about integrity? Another word for integrity is honor. See, it's an honor for us to be able to come here and lay out these truths and evidences that we seek out, kick over, cross-reference, and examine. Because again, here it is, you have all these so-called major media networks where the commentators and newscasters are paid millions of dollars in contractual obligations to lie to you. All right? So we come with integrity. Then we come with the power of influence. And what are we influencing you to do? Again, get up off your Abakatuski and go and check things out and search things out for yourself, because at the start and end of every day, it's always going to be your spiritual, intellectual, and emotional responsibility that whatever information you hear or you seek out has a bona fide source behind it. And that what makes us influential. Because see, everything we tell you here, we give you sources. Now, if you choose, as you embark upon checking out what we say, if you choose to reject the sources that we bring you, that's your business. And that's your right. It doesn't make us wrong. But again, we hope to influence you to check things out, which now brings independence. And independent, that means that in your being independent, you're willing to think for yourself, advocate for yourself. See, we are not out here begging ABC, NBC. We're not begging nobody to put us on their platform. No. The Seventh Dance Lady came up with this concept, developed it, has been making it run magnificently. Because we can do it ourselves. Huh? Can you look at let's look at all these so-called major media networks. CBS, NBC, ABC. And I'm going to use the word crap. The crappy broadcasting system, nothing but crap. American broadcasting crap, ABC, CNN, the crappy news network. And when you look at the word crap and you break it down, all you're getting out here on these so-called major network news net are CRAP, continual, repetitive, asinine programming. Crap. That's all you get. But here on the Lion's Den, all we give you are the facts, the frequently accurate, correct truths. Now, sure, somebody might steal all that, but still, it's our pleasure in bringing you independence, which leads to what? Insight. Insight. Cut and dry. We want to make sure that we influence you to think. That's what insight simply means, that you think. And so with that being said, the video is ready. Take it away, Seventh Dance. It's on you.
This morning, Poland on high alert.
So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm going to give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great. Great. So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last?
You mother fucking animals! You progressive, deranged fucking animals! You are so hateful in your hearts to go out and shoot a young man who's never hurted anyone with Christian values.
This morning, Poland on high alert after drones from a wave of Russian attacks in neighboring Ukraine were scrambled to shoot down the drones. People in 3 regions of Poland near the Ukraine border being urged to stay home. The Polish government calling the incident an act of aggression that posed a real threat to the safety.
So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters?
I want to queue up a video that I've been given. And as before it starts, I'm going to describe, this was taken October 30th of 2024. This video is of an MQ-9 drone tracking an orb, or this object, off the coast of Yemen. You'll see that another MQ-9 launched a Hellfire missile. You cannot see that drone. And so I'm not going to explain it to you. You'll see exactly what it does. This is when it's zoomed out, so you can still see it traveling. So, Mr. Knapp, have you heard about events like this occurring, and what information might you have?
I have heard about events like this. I have heard about this event. Jeremy Corbell and I talked about it in one of our episodes a while back. We did not have the video, though. There are servers where there's a whole bank of these kind of videos that Congress has not been allowed to see, that the public hasn't been allowed to see. Occasionally, some of that stuff gets out in the wild and it comes our way. It should be going to you. The public should be seeing this stuff. And why you're not allowed to, I don't know. But that's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off. And it kept going.
It kept going, and it looks like the debris was taken with it.
Yeah. What the hell is that? What?
So it
flies like that?
Get right up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that. So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying?
Sure.
He just ran from over, where's my finger? Well, from over there, ran in. And now he's right there.
President Trump responding and reacting on social media. Here are his words. We must all pray for Charlie Kirk, who has been shot. A great guy from top to bottom, the president said. President Trump responding and reacting.
This is such bullshit. I've never been so pissed in my whole life. And this murder Charlie Kirk right here in Utah. I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit. I just saw blood squirting out of his neck. I love that guy. He would have been our next president. I am so pissed.
So now that Charlie Kirk caught one, now we.
There was a government-funded operation called Project Bluebird. Ultimately, it was to break a person's mind, to create splits, multiple personalities that could be controlled. And my stepfather was in counterintelligence in the Army. We know he was trained in that. I would never say that I was a subject of it by government funding, but what we do know is what he did to me was textbook of what they would do to people. The first memory I have was being tied to a bed. I was about 3.5, and he came in and he had a cat, and he said, "I want you to get the head off this cat." I'd been tied to the bed all day, and he says, "If you don't get the head off this cat, I'll cut your head off." And I
Most celebrity appearances are carefully planned
Did you know about MK Ultra, the CIA's secret program that sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie? Back in the 1950s and 60s, they allegedly conducted experiments to unlock the secrets of mind control. It's said they used everything from hypnosis to experimental compounds, all in the name of national security. But here's where it gets wild. Some believe these experiments weren't just about defense. Stories suggest the CIA might have been testing how to erase memories or even plant new ones. Imagine waking up one day and not remembering who you are, or worse, having false memories of a life you never lived. Creepy, right? Of course, the government says the program ended decades ago. But skeptics wonder, did it really? Could some of its findings still be influencing things behind the scenes? These questions keep the
Do you know where?
Let's talk about music.
Are not professing to tell you the complete story of these activities. We are professing to tell you the complete story that we know. Right. But these records that we've uncovered don't tell the story. They tell pieces of it.
Then when you ring a bell, it's control of media, control of information, psychiatrist or doctor, right there interacting one-on-one with the person who's the target of the subject. The more kind of general global mind control just works by control of media, control of information, disinformation, propaganda. And I think our culture basically is run like that. It's very pervasive. The basic gist of behaviorism is Pavlov's dog experiment, where you have the dog that eats its meal and it salivates when you put the meat out. Then when you ring a bell at the same time, the bell gets paired with the salivation. And then what you find, if you condition them enough times, you can just ring the bell and the dog will start to salivate. So that's classical conditioning. There's Skinner and Watson, both experiment on children. Skinner actually on his own daughter had her in a Skinner box for a good chunk of the first 2 years of her life, which was a very enclosed environment. It was actually physically a box. The temperature was controlled. And he thought that was a good way to bring up children, get them to perform exactly the way they should. So it's basically just repeating something and getting it ingrained in the person's psyche. And that basic principle is used in mind control, used in advertising, used all over the place all the time. When you look at the techniques that are used in mind control, a lot of them are pretty low tech, like sensory deprivation, sensory isolation, food deprivation, kind of good cop, bad cop interrogation techniques. We know that hypnosis more or less was used in Greek healing centers BC. So all these techniques have been around, and I assume that what we have now is the same sort of palette of techniques with a lot of technology and sophistication added on top. Mind controls probably was well developed in ancient China. In terms of actual documented mind control, it really begins in the Second World War.
During the Second World War, there was no, in the United States, there was no central coordinating intelligence agency. There's all this fragmented, different branches of the military, and the decision was made to create a central intelligence agency called the Office of Strategic Services, the OSS, which operated till the end of the war. And then there was kind of a 2-year lull period. And then in 1947, the CIA was formed, mostly from prior OSS guys.
The buildings behind me were the headquarters for the World War II Office of Strategic Services. It was here that the first halting steps toward mind control began. The shaper and molder of OSS was General Wild Bill Donovan. In this anything-goes atmosphere, Donovan appointed this man, Stanley Lovell, a Boston industrialist, to break new ground in many scientific and technical fields. He later wrote of his OSS job that it was, quote, to stimulate the PEC's bad boy beneath the surface of every American scientist and to say to him, throw all of your normal law-abiding concepts out of the window. Here's a chance to raise merry hell. It was in this atmosphere that the search for mind control began. It was the Cold War, and especially the trial of Joseph Cardinal Mindszenty, who was forced to testify in a Hungarian court that he was a spy. And then later, the Korean War, with the coerced and mainly fraudulent confessions of American servicemen.
Mind information took place on the...
That would spark intense interest in intelligence circles about brainwashing.
In this setting, you can get people to do most anything, do you see? Because you don't have to lay a hand. And by the time you get through and you go up before the judge, the fellow says, were you a spy? He says, yes, I was a spy. The Chinese never really had this kind of a state police system. They would get him in, and all this fellow does is ask you to write, rewrite, and talk to him about your whole life.
Graduated from pilot training in 1949.
While the purpose of the study was to find out about communist brainwashing techniques, CIA documents show that the agency was interested in developing mind control methods of its own to precondition and control Chinese living in this country to be sent back to their homeland as CIA agents.
The documentation on G.H. Estabrooks, who's a contractor during the Second World War, proves that active mind control experimentation was already going on in the 1941 to 1945 timeframe. The Office of Strategic Services, which is the precursor of the CIA, was studying different types of drugs, interrogation techniques, and G.H. Estabrooks was creating super spies, Manchurian candidates, using hypnosis and other techniques that were used operationally during the war. And the OSS then was shut down at the end of the war, and most of the personnel then became the new CIA in 1947. And the CIA's programs begin in 1950 and run forward to 1973. And then after 1973, everything is classified.
The man who would oversee the CIA's research into drugs and most of the agency's behavior programs is this man, Dr. Sidney Gottlieb, a chemist. He retired in 1973 and destroyed the records of this work. In sort of a valedictory letter, Dr. Gottlieb wrote that he and his colleagues had been able to maintain contact with the leading edge of developments in the field of biological and chemical control of human behavior. Dr. Gottlieb also testified before the Senate subcommittee, but from an anteroom where he could not be filmed.
Qualifications would be the subject selected to produce the kind of behavior that you wish, the amount of time, the procedures that are utilized, and the motivations of the people who are designing, executing, and administering the procedures. You're asking whether an individual can be, under hypnosis, influenced, coerced, persuaded, shaped to perform an antisocial act, or a destructive act, or an act of violence. My answer would be yes.
We're not professing to tell you the complete story of these activities.
Did you hear that, brothers and sisters? You see, some of y'all talking about, well, you guys might be doing conspiracy theories. No. Conspiracy, yeah. Theory, no. See, all these mass shootings, all these events that you see going on might be indeed people selected because of their being able to be influenced and used to come out here and commit these acts. Because since before some of us were born, or in the time frame those of us were born, you had mad scientists, chemists, who were developing drugs and chemicals, indeed designed to control the mind on whatever level they were designed to do so. So we just want you to understand that when we sit up here and discuss the topics we discussed, we are not making them up in a vacuum. It's not like we're sitting around reading fairy tales and just coming here trying to make it sound like they're true. No, this is terrifyingly real deal madness demonic madness on a chemical level. And so that's why we say, we urge you, don't just take our word for anything. Get up off your duff like we do and go check it out for yourself. And so, in closing, you have now been thoroughly, again, educated and informed and given the facts here on the Grand Ultimate Truth Daily social media platform, The Lion's Den. As the conversation continues, talking about what's on your mind. In closing, we give an honor to the Lord in Christ, from whom all positive thoughts flow. And we've been your host, JT Raw Yeshaya Dah, the seventh answer, Lady Karima, and I, Brother Malachiah, aka Big Baby Hebrew. And in closing, as always, we say, you're going to learn something before it's said and done. And in spirit, and in the spirit of our dearly departed brother from way back in the day, Mr. Don Cornelius, on the Hebrew tip, we say, Shalom, peace, Ahab, love, and the Posh, guard and protect your soul. And we are up out of here, y'all. Peace.